and welcome to tonight's episode of Party of Two.
Hello!
Where one married couple takes on a world of gods and monsters.
And Hayley forgets to put in her ears.
Yes,
and
she
so
does.
It sounds weird. And no, it does not sound weird. Hello!
And I am going to be our GM for the night for this continuation of the Scions campaign. I'm excited to be back in this chair. We tried to stream the first episode of...
Last week.
Unfortunately, we had internet problems and didn't work.
No.
We're losing internet every 30 seconds. It was
really bad. We had lost internet earlier in the day, and when it came back all janky and whatever.
But
we are here with green lights. Green lights are go.
Green means good.
Good. So let's go.
If you can name that movie, drop it in the comments.
You are the best person ever.
It also probably means you're a bit of a loser.
Excuse me. You know that quote too.
I do, and I am sad to say that I know that quote too.
Okay, whatever, it's fine.
So, thank you for being here again. This is episode 1 of. We're on season 5 now.
Mm-hmm. This is our 5th switch over. Of DMs.
So if you're new to the stream, we actually switch off. So we do a 2-party adventure, and we switch off who is GMs. So we continue with the same characters. However, one of us takes over, and then their player becomes kind of an NPC, and the main focal point of the story becomes the other person and their character.
Yep.
So we are so excited to jump into this and another story, continuing with our characters of Az and Anna.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in a while.
It's been a bit.
It's been a couple of weeks, at least 3 weeks since we played.
So Hayley, do we have any announcements for this week?
Announcements, yes. I will be appearing on June 2nd, 3rd, 4th?
Someday in June.
Hold on. Let me get my calendar. June 4th. I will be appearing on Hope for TTRPG's stream for Oops All Bards Volume 2.
Dos.
We are a full party of bards, and we are playing in a homebrewed world that was created by our GM, and I am blanking on his Twitter handle, but his name's Matt, and he's amazing. I think it's Dungeon Glitch.
Yes.
Is his handle on Twitter. Anyway, but we are going to be playing this really fun game. We're all bards. We're all different classes or different races and have different specialties. It's going to be really, really fun. It was really fun last time. I'm very excited to have been invited to come play that. So that is going to be at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that is 3 o'clock Mountain and 5 o'clock Eastern. And then extrapolate from there. And then as well, this is like me, and then us. On June 16th, the day before our normal stream, I am going to be hanging out with Girls Rule the World.
Who runs the world?
Girls. Anyway, we are talking about TTRPGs, gaming, and being a woman within that space. And so it's going to be very fun. There's going to be an exciting conversation, and it's going to be over on their Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/girlsruletheworld.
Well, but actually that will be not after our usual stream. That will be the day after our new show that we're doing.
we have a lot of things we're doing. So on the 15th, we have the launch of our brand new show called The Family Gaming Experience. And it is a TTRPG gaming talk show that is family-friendly, family-oriented, and we are going to be focusing on creators within the space that are creating family-friendly content.
So we've got kids. If you don't know, we have children, 3 of them, and there are certain things within TTRPGs that you're like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. Okay, not all fluffy bunnies in D&D. And, some board games, stuff like that can get kind of intense with certain things. Yeah. And so just keeping it, okay, what can I play with my children? How do I GM a game for kids? What are different ways that we experience TTRPGs with children and with as families. And we're going to be talking about all those different topics with a lot of different guests, and we're really excited. And we're doing this in collaboration with Lost Tribes Gaming.
Yes, and they're a really cool channel, so you should go check them out as well. Then on the 27th, Weston and I will be appearing on a gaming show, talk show as well, that will be aired right before our stream on Monday night. It's going to be really exciting. But this is the cool thing, is that it's going to be Weston and I. It will be the two of us together talking and being interviewed, and I'm very excited about that because
I know we played together. Have we done interview together on?
We've done one interview together.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway, so our month of June is really, really crazy. I am going to be putting together a schedule for those who like to follow us, so you can see what we're doing when we're doing it and where it's going to be at. So,
speaking of following, if you want to support the channel, how'd you behave? If you'd like to support the channel, please follow or hit the subscribe. You can subscribe to the channel. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually do it for free using your Prime subscription from your Amazon Prime account. So you don't have to pay for it. However, if you do use Amazon Prime, you do have to renew it every month. So if you've subscribed to us in the past and didn't renew it, you can do it again.
Yep. It's pretty awesome and stuff.
And
it's free.
I believe that's all the announcements.
Yeah. Oh, the podcast. The podcast is being updated all the time. I am halfway through season 3, getting that updated, and we will be. We're now in season 5, so it's like I keep feeling like I'm getting closer to being updated, and then it's like we keep having shows. So then I'm like, oh, for crap. Anyway, it is available on all the major podcasting networks, and you can find it on Apple, on Google, on Spotify. And if you have a platform that you really prefer, that you would like us to have hosted, then let us know, and I will get it on there.
So
I do the things.
Funky the Foolish Warlock.
Hey, Funky!
Yes, you are right. It is Pathfinder, so it is a little different because your level gets added to your proficiency. So our characters.
What are we talking about right now?
He had commented there. He's like, saw an AC of 29.
Oh, are you like WTF? Yeah.
It's a min-max build. No, but we are actually. I didn't have a chance to update the little character sheets there, but we're actually level 10. Just leveled up at the end of the last story, and so you get your level added to that. So that's 10 added. So generally, if this was D&D, it would be a 19. AC instead of a 29, if you think about it.
It's true. So yeah, Pathfinder, everything is exaggerated.
I like to say it that like D&D is a fantasy action movie, maybe a Game of Thrones or a Lord of the Rings. Pathfinder's anime style.
Yes.
Like you go and you just can destroy things, and the normal human being has no chance against you.
No, not really. It's like you become gods. You really become gods, Kiki.
But I think that with that being all of the announcements, Hayley, is that all the announcements?
Yes, I believe so.
I am so excited.
Are you excited? And we're back to physical terrain, which is so exciting.
We'll see if we get to it tonight.
We better get to it tonight. It's been hiding underneath a box for like 2 weeks.
It has been. So then let us start tonight's episode of Party of Two. Since I was GMing last time, I'm going to give a recap
of kind of the story and where we left off previously. And since it's been 3 weeks, I'm going to go back a little bit and kind of describe what happened. Az and Anna were enjoying themselves in the city. There was a carnival for the Golden Dragon Festival, and while at a tavern, yes, it was a tavern. And if you all know me, I can't believe that I did that. Az and Anna met two companions who had been sent from a city that was on an island called the City of Promise to collect Az. Their names were Flint and Clara. In the middle of their collection, they were attacked by a Hell Knight who had also been sent to take Az. And during that fight, Anna, his faithful companion and kind of right arm sword, was banished.
Banishment spell.
With a banishment spell. So as Clara and Flint had to figure out how to go get her, they were transported to the City of Promise by the wizard named Lamond, who was a mouthpiece of the dragon that ruled the city named Mankare. The group figured out the group figured out how they were going to go get Anna, who was in Citadel Infarak, in the kind of the bottom of this mountain that they had discovered in the first arc of the
very beginning of the campaign,
which was exciting. And there were gates to different planes, and the group figured out that if they go into the Boneyard and travel through the Boneyard safely, they can go to a gate that is connected to where Anna is. So the party goes to the Boneyard. They have a couple of pretty emotional experiences because the Boneyard is the underworld and spirits from their lives were still there waiting for them. They get through the gate, they get Anna, and very quickly discover that Lamond is not who he says he is. And as they are gating back to the City of Promise, Lamond takes off, and the group has to make a decision to try and get off the island or try to confront Lamond. But as they leave the connection point, Mankare, who it is discovered that dun dun dun, Lamond was Mankare the whole time. There's a giant fight, like full-on Power Rangers level, big giant baddies fighting each other.
You have two golden dragons.
Yeah, because Alea, who is a character from the very beginning as well and has popped up throughout the series, shows up and transforms herself into a gold dragon, true polymorph, and they battle it out for a little bit.
Isn't this like her just returning to her actual form?
Yeah. This
like
is what she is.
The human form was the polymorph.
Yeah. So they both had human forms, and Lamond and Alea. And Alea ends up winning, sort of, by agreeing to come back to Mankare, who they were mated, and she had left because she didn't agree with the practices that he was putting into place. Come to find out, the City of Promise is actually a operation to gather 1,000 perfect souls to feed into a key that would lock away a demon for all eternity, that was connected to Tiamat, the queen, or the goddess of the dragons.
Evil goddess.
An evil goddess of the dragons. They get home. They're back in Cantargo. Alea explains to them everything that just went down. And the group is just kind of there. Clara and Flint have been left in the City of Promise to kind of figure stuff out. And
that's where we begin. So, Alea has told the story to our characters, to Az and Anna. And then she left. She was like, yeah, I gotta go deal with this stuff now. I gotta make some arrangements because now I gotta go back and see my X every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like once a month or a year or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
And so we are, Az and Anna are left sitting at the table, having eaten their food, their charcuterie.
The charcuterie, yep, because
dishes
that's the only thing that we could make in the last
apparently
like 3 months of game time.
So Leia has left. We're sitting at the table, having been through this experience. Anna, what do you do?
Anna is kind of taken aback and shocked by everything that has happened, and she's exhausted with having been locked in this stupid underground place with very little light, and she wasn't there for super long because time passed differently. She's just like, there's a lot. As soon as she's saved, and then they go into a fight with a golden dragon, and it's just she's just tired. So she's gonna pat Bruce's head and look at you, kind of look at Az, kind of like not totally looking you in the eye, and she's just gonna, I am exhausted. I'm going to go upstairs, and I am going to go to sleep for a year. Yeah. And she's going to stand up and kind of call Bruce to her and start heading the direction of the stairs.
As she goes to stand up, Az is going to grab for her hand and try and grab it, and then just kind of.
Oh, and they kissed in the last episode too. So, sorry, I should include that. She kissed him. She kissed him. I don't know if he kissed her back, but she kissed him.
No, we said that he did.
Did he? Okay.
Yep, because he used that amazing pickup line.
Oh my gosh.
He said when he came through the portal.
That is so true.
When he came through the portal to say, we're here, what he said instead was, well, I'm here now. What are your other 2 wishes?
I completely forgot about that.
Yes. So Az, using a pickup line for the first time in his life, he grabs her hand. It was hard. For you, how long was it?
It wasn't long. It was hard to track time because it was completely dark. It didn't feel like a really long period of time. It felt like I was hungry, but I wasn't like ready to fall over hungry, if that makes sense. So maybe a day and a half.
For us, it was a week. In the Boneyard, time is different.
What was the Boneyard like?
Yes, I thought we should discuss. You are a servant of Pharasma, and have you ever met her?
Pharasma?
Huh?
No.
And you see this little quirk come to the corner of his mouth, kind of that.
What?
I have.
No, you haven't. You know. What? Okay. And she sits right back down, and Bruce is kind of standing at the foot of the stairs, like looking up the stairs, like, what? Seriously? Are we not? And then he turns around and kind of walks back to her and sits down. So wait, you explain, like right now.
Well, we were trying to figure out how to get to the portals there, to the Temple of Erodin, there below Cheliax.
Yeah, where I was.
Yeah, and we weren't exactly sure. We thought of different ways, and then the idea came to go through the Boneyard. And so I did a thing.
So wait, did you go to her palace? Like, did you meet her in court?
We're not in court that I met her. That was in Dream before we went to the Boneyard.
Wait. What?
Wait. Slow. Let me tell the story.
She's gonna kind of pick at the meat of the charcuterie board that's in front of her.
But before we, I did a thing where we're like, okay, we could go through the Boneyard, and so I kind of prayed, and then.
Wait, hold on. Was anyone witness to this prayer?
No.
Then I don't think it actually happened.
Because then a Morrigan showed up.
What?
And
Right, okay, so my god is doing all of these things to intervene, and like, she could have just snapped her fingers and taken me out of the Citadel. She sent you a Morrigan, and then you actually got to speak with her. So many shades of not fair.
And then, we went through into the Boneyard. We were in the palace. I saw many, many things there.
So what did she say to you?
She simply stated that you were important, that you were safe, and gave the impression that we could use the Boneyard as a method to get to you.
That's all?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Well, important how?
Although, the, kind of what we're called to take care of.
Oh, you mean the soul?
Yeah, the
To stop
Kuthwaldwin thing.
Kuthwaldwin? Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, and he pulls out the soul stone that is now empty. The Morrigan was able to clean this thing out like that. So she did say that it is possible that maybe in the future there could be some type of help in us dealing with these soul stones as we have to deal with Kuthwaldwin.
Do you think she meant like we could ask her or a Morrigan to come and do it, or do we have to take it to the Boneyard and then they can do it there?
I'm thinking more so they might be able to, there might be some divine intervention, maybe a weapon.
Oh. Okay.
That would be helpful.
Yes.
But yeah, so it was beautiful. The temple. Beautiful in a cold way.
Well, I mean, it's death and judgment, so
Yeah.
I can imagine it would be cold. What was she actually like, though? Like, how did she make you feel? What did she look like?
The skin was pale, almost a violet in the hue. Almost.
Like my skin?
No. Well, a little more
Mine's
pale.
more lavender, though.
Yeah, a little more pale. And then the white and black hair. How did she make me feel? It was sterile. There was not a warmth, but not a bad, just there. Like, I've been in the present. I have dreamt, and I believe I've communicated with my god, and it was like bad acid. Really bad acid.
Somebody tell me you know what that movie quote was. Please
so.
drop it in the chat if you know what that movie quote was.
But she's there, but I don't know. There was a aloofness. It's untouchable, like a marble statue. It's beautiful, but you don't feel anything from it.
Which is strange. Maybe it's just because you're not hers
Yeah.
in that regard, because most of the time when I've felt her divine touch, it's warm.
Yeah, no. I did not feel the warmth. But again, you are her chosen.
Yes.
I simply needed to get you out of there.
Yes, of course. Well,
So yeah.
I guess you're the lucky one. You've had conversations with 2 gods.
I don't know if that's a good thing. In my experience, those who have the chance to commune with divine end up dead.
Well, we're not dead yet.
Because they ask them to go and do stupid things.
No, that is true. That is quite true. Yeah. Well, I guess I am very tired. I do need to sleep still. So I'm gonna go to bed.
One thing that Anna might notice in all this is that Az never let go of her hand.
Oh.
So I mentioned that Az grabbed her hand. I never said he ever let go. So currently, across the table, like you're messing with your charcuterie board with one hand, but your other hand is currently has his around it.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you looking down at it?
Yeah, she's just kind of looking down, like kind of just
Az pulls the hand back. Well, we should get to rest. We should get to sleep.
Yes. Yep. All right. Good night.
Good night.
And she's gonna get up and go up the stairs. And she's gonna just and bring Bruce with her.
All right.
Upstairs.
You go upstairs. You hear outside. It is the rain has started to come. It's raining outside. You can hear it on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It is cooler tonight, and so actually your little helpers have got some fires going in the fireplaces and stuff like that.
My little helpers?
Our 3
our servants?
Servants are I guess
they're servants. We pay them. They
The help.
get paid quite a lot of money because
Dude,
Anna has
you
no
over-freaking
idea
paid
how
them.
to pay people anything. She doesn't understand the value of money.
Yes. But yeah, Pin, Jeff, and On, they, after dinner, they started up, the fires like that because it is a cooler and rainy night.
Mm.
And you head up the stairs as kind of waits until you're kind of, gone up and Bruce has done his whole, one front legs, back legs, trying to get up the stairs. Because I've seen how our dog does it.
I know. Cane Corso would probably do the same thing. It's the hop.
It's the hop.
The
Up to the
hop.
top of the stairs and into your room.
All right. I'm going to get out of the clothing.
Yeah, the armor you've been in for a couple days.
Oh, it probably smells so gross.
There is, of course, a basin by you. I mean, they know you've been gone doing stuff, and so there are basins and cloth and stuff like that.
Okay, she's going to kind of do like a sponge bath kind of thing and just kind of get a little bit of the grime off, and knowing that she's most likely going to do like a full submersive bath soon. And then get dressed for bed in just a regular night dress and kind of
get ready, getting all you're like, I'm tired.
Washing her face. She's like done the behind the ears thing, and she's all in her nightie and her nice warm socks.
All right.
AKA Bruce is sitting on her feet.
There you go. You're laying down for bed, and then you hear in your head, you're still there, right?
What?
You're still there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
What?
just checking.
Did you think I was going to go away?
Well, you did.
Yes, because someone banished me.
Well, yeah. I wasn't saying you would voluntarily leave. Just...
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, that's all. And then goes quiet.
She's gonna get up really quick and go open the door, because the bedrooms are across the hall from each other, aren't they?
Yep.
And she's gonna grab just a little something that's not gonna hurt it, but like maybe a sock or something, and she's gonna throw it at the door at his door.
Okay. Let's see if Az hears it. Okay, I roll high enough. Az does hear it, and yes.
I was just checking
Checking for what?
that you were there.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
And then she's gonna shut the door.
All right.
And go get back in bed.
You get into bed.
She's gonna be like, Bruce, men are weird.
Roll me a d20. I want to see how well does Anna fall asleep. Over 10, you fall asleep
It's a
quickly.
14.
Yeah, you fall asleep quickly.
She's freaking tired, man.
In the night, I'm also going to count that, though, as another roll.
Yeah.
You hear a sound, the door creaking. And the sound of... sounds like something being dragged along the floor.
She does normally sleep with her knives
Okay.
around her neck. Her little necklace.
Mhm.
She's going to wait just a moment to get a good pinpoint on the
Okay.
sound.
Okay.
And very quickly sit up and pull a knife out. She's not going to throw it, but she's going to pull it out.
Okay.
Because the only time that
roll me
people
another perception
show
check.
up
Roll me
on
another
her-
perception check.
The only 19.
Okay.
Plus, hold on. Let me do my plus. Because I have a freaking amazing perception. 19 plus 16 is 35.
They're standing. Your door is open, and they're standing right inside the door. Is Az with his mattress, and he kind of looks at you, and then he puts it down, slides it next to your bed, and then goes and lays down.
Just put the dagger on the nightstand.
And then as he's laying there, he kind of looking up, looks over at you.
Hi.
I kept waking up wondering if you were there.
I'm here.
So yeah, I just sorry to wake you. And he turns over and kind of
Az,
yes.
do you really want to sleep on the floor?
I have the mattress. It's the same thing.
If you'd like to, you can take half of the bed. Not like just.
This is
We have Bruce. It's not like Bruce is going to let anything happen. And then you hear Bruce go.
no.
Just a little growl.
Bruce, you know, Bruce walks up and he's kind of lays down on the bed next to Az, but between Az and Anna. But like that half laying on you dog type
Yep.
thing.
It's the I will protect you.
And
She was like, Bruce, girl, could you not for 5 seconds?
and then
All right, fine.
and with that perception roll, you hear Az chuckle a little bit, you know, as that happens. And then he turns over and seems to go to sleep.
She's gonna kind of just lay there for a little bit longer and try to somewhat process what all of this might mean. And then eventually just snuggle into Bruce and close her eyes and try to get back to sleep.
All right. You sleep well, No dreams, no nothing. No hags coming to bother you in the night.
Yeah, because that's what normally freaking happens.
And you wake up in the morning rested. And you do notice, though, as you wake up, that you turn over and Az has already moved his mattress is gone. And he's somewhere else in the house, you're guessing.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, she's going to get up and get dressed for the day in just normal clothing. She's going to leave all of her armor behind for the moment. And then make her way downstairs.
Okay. Az is at the table, and you do notice that I can't remember, Pin, Jeffin, and Owen are already there.
She's the one that freaking named them.
I'm the one that named them, but I can never remember the names. Hey, it's been a while since
I know.
They're there. There's a breakfast ready. There's warm bread, some ham.
A charcuterie board!
No. There's not a charcuterie board. There's some fresh baguettes.
Ooh.
And some ham and
butter?
some cheese.
And butter?
There's a thing of butter there on the table.
Anna's going to go and sit down and just immediately start. She's freaking hungry. I'm going to start putting together a really nice sandwich, and she kind of throws a little bit of meat on the floor for Bruce, and he's just like, she's going at the sandwich.
And Az
Good sandwich.
has got his food. He's kind of picking at it and drinking.
Oh, he's at the table too.
Yeah, he's at the table as you came down, and he's reading his books.
Morning. She's good morning as she's making her sandwich.
Good morning. I hope you slept well.
I did. Once I finally got to sleep, yes. Did you sleep all right on the floor?
Oh yes, I slept fine.
It's not very comfortable.
No, but after a week at these way stations in the Boneyard, a bed's really nice.
That's true. You guys would have had to sleep.
Yeah, we had to sleep which, by the way, sleeping in the Boneyard, not recommended.
So what are the way stations like? And she's just going to start asking you, like, all of these more specific questions about, like, the atmosphere of the Boneyard and the way stations and the different people that you met and stuff like that.
Okay, and you do notice, though, as Az starts to tell you about the way stations and different ways in which the Boneyard works, that you notice that suddenly your three servants are just standing there in the kitchen, slack-jawed, like,
you all knew that, didn't you? That, like, that I thought we did, like, you were a part of the discussion last night.
They had, like, put the dinner in front of us and stuff like that, and they listened to stuff about the dragon,
Mm-hmm.
but you hadn't talked about this until later, after most of the people had left.
Oh, right. So just looking at them, they just be like, I know, and I didn't get to go. It was just them. It's not fair. I'm the one that freaking worships her, and they all get to go to the Boneyard. She's just gonna grumble a little bit about it.
Well, sometimes she...
Oh my gosh, if you act like you were somehow favored, I am going to throw, and she picks her sandwich up, I'm going to throw this sandwich at your face.
You wouldn't want to be mean to Pharasma's Chosen.
Oh, I'm Pharasma's Chosen, not you.
True.
True, thank you. Ah.
And so they do just kind of sit there as you talk and discuss the different inner workings of how to travel in the realm of the dead.
That's so cool.
And how that works.
So Anna just has, like, picked your brain for every minute detail that she can possibly get. And once we're kind of done with that conversation, she's just like, we're going to have to figure out a way to go.
A what?
A way to go.
To
there.
go. Oh.
So that I can go there. So I can see all of this.
I definitely don't know that spell yet.
Well, of course, but we are going south. We could figure out a way to get to the gate, and I now know how to open it.
They blocked the entrance, remember? Because we told them about it.
Well, we could find a different... Stop poking holes in my dreams.
I'm sure... And Az pauses. I'm sure you will have chances.
Why'd you say that all cryptic like?
Roll a sense motive. Roll D20. It's a perception check.
22.
You guys,
20. No, oh, that's a 9. That's not a 6. 25.
all right. You know Az well enough to know that suddenly he got kind of sad.
Well, it'll be fine.
I met a pair of champions.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They were leading a Duskwalker child back to the mortal realm.
Oh, wow.
And they had been serving for a very long time.
Like hundreds?
Like, as a mere, I tend to live a little longer than normal people.
Yes.
You will most likely outlive me by a magnitude.
Were they
time.
actually alive, though?
It's...
Maybe.
maybe. They seemed alive. They didn't seem dead. But it was also slightly different.
Well, when you devote yourself to Phrasma, you are devoting your body, mind, and soul. So it would make sense.
So I'm guessing that you will have opportunity. This was probably my only chance.
All right, well,
And
you should
my
write
magic
it in your
didn't-
diary.
My magic didn't work correctly there.
Really?
Like, I had to work twice as hard for the same results, especially if I tried to heal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't get hurt in the Boneyard. Doesn't work well.
That...
You don't heal.
That's very strange. I will not plan on that when I go.
Good.
Okay. All right. Well, then what's on the docket for the day?
As nothing. Whatever you want to do. We have a couple of weeks before we head with the army.
Wait, how many days have we been gone?
You were gone. We figured it out. There was like only 3 or 4 days.
Right.
In real world time, or in Pathfinder time.
Yeah.
And so at this point, it had been a week. So we're about a week and a half. So there's about a week and a half left before we have to go.
We have to go see Sir Michael. He was making me a riding dress.
Okay.
Remember? And didn't you ask him to make you something as well?
I don't remember.
I thought you did. I thought you asked him to make you a suit.
Probably in
Because you had one article of clothing.
Well, when you can use prestidigitation,
I know, I understand.
The time, you don't need more.
I thought you had asked him to make you something.
I think you are right. Now that you mention it, I think you are right. So, should we head to visit him today?
Yes. And she's going to turn to Pin and just say, "Can you ready our horses, please? Because we have horses. We have 2 of them."
And Pin's like, I guess I don't really know much about horses.
Oh, Jeffin, do you know anything about horses? Can you do it?
And he's like, I certain houses.
All right, never mind. I'll do it.
And so
she kind of wipes her hands off, puts it down, and stands up, and she's like, "Come on, Bruce, let's go."
So I am going to ask you what horses.
Do we have 2 horses?
We had horses that we were loaned for a day, like that day from the garrison.
No, we have horses because they are in the back of the house in the little corral.
All right, I'll give it to you. I don't remember this.
I swear we had horses. Dooms, you've been here for a long time. Did we have horses?
I do not remember that we ever actually bought horses.
I thought they gave them to us.
To use, like we could use them whenever we wanted to, but we didn't have ownership of them.
Frick.
We'd never purchased them.
Guys, this is what happens when there's only 2 of you and neither of you are super good on details.
I'm pretty good at details.
I
We've never bought the horses.
Okay, we never bought the horses. I could have sworn.
No, because I know that I wouldn't have had any. I never took it out of the budget and the money.
Okay,
for the cost of horses.
Or we had horses, but
No, you've been walking. Anytime you go around town, you've been walking.
Yeah, and to say Funky, are you still even here? Oh, I don't think Funky's even here anymore. Never mind. I was gonna answer a question, but never mind. Yes, they are roommates. They live in the house together.
So.
Fine. Well,
no horses. You can walk.
We'll just walk.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and walk across town and go to visit Sir Michael.
Yes.
All right. You begin. You know the way. You've been here. In this area.
I know. We know it pretty well now. At this point.
Which, by the way, I should probably mention because so that way we can be legal. That a lot of the sounds and music are provided by Sirenscape.
That's what you meant.
For the campaign, I was like,
cool.
yeah, I need to make sure we include that.
Yeah. Yeah. And hi, Dooms. Hi, John Doom. Hi, lowercase J. And then Planar Allies. And then the other 2 are just us on our other accounts.
All right. So. Head across town, you know the way. Mm-hmm. Follow down. You get across the bridge, and then into the Green District. Mm-hmm. The guards, as you come up there, they see you and they give a salute. You're known, of course, in this area.
Mm-hmm. Anna's just gonna kind of do the head nod thing, back.
What can we help you with?
We are here to see. We are here to see Sir Michael.
Yes, he is, of course, at his estate. You are welcome.
Thank you very much. And she's just going to kind of keep walking.
All right. When you get to the estate, door is currently shut at the moment and things like that. You can hear the sounds of activity inside.
Okay, I'm just going to knock, and then, open the door.
So not going to wait for it to open. You open the door.
I used to freaking live here. It's fine.
Hello. As you open the door, you do see one of the servants walking towards the door to open it, and then seeing you. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Is Sir Michael in today?
Oh, yes, he is. He is in his study.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. And I just kind of move back.
And as walks in, gives a little courtly, a bow, a little acknowledgement, a little, let's actually hold a little to the rules of decorum.
What? No. Who does that?
In this house. And then he
sorry, my hair is driving me nuts.
He will follow you into the room to go see Sir Michael. As you open, you get to the study.
Same thing. Knock twice, and then just open the door.
You see he is sitting at his desk. He's got papers and things in front of him. Oh, hello.
Hello, Sir Michael, my darling. How are you?
I am well. It has been a number of days.
It has. Well, there was I was banished, and as
banished?
Went into I was banished, and then as went into the Boneyard to have to go through a gate to come and get me. He got me, and we ended up in the middle of a fight between 2 gold dragons, and now we're home. And I've come to check on the dress. That is the riding dress?
Wait. You say dragons, and he looks as the Boneyard?
I know, and blah, 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 blah. Pharasma even got to... he spoke with Pharasma, and I didn't get to speak with Pharasma, which is not very nice. Infidels!
I had to say it. It was just sitting there in my brain. It's like, you gotta say this. You gotta say this.
Anyway.
Yes. Do you need it now?
No, I was just coming to check on it because I know that we are going to be moving down with the military in a few weeks.
Yes, I am working on it, but I'm so sorry. I'm not ready.
No, it's fine, darling. It's fine.
I have had so many orders coming through lately.
I know. Well, from what I understand, some of the nobility and the gentry are coming as well.
Major houses.
Why? Oh, no, I know why. Because we're doing the Council of Peers. That's right.
Well, it is beyond that now. The Council of War, which includes them and the military. I mean, it is... And so everyone has to be dressed. But they want... it needs to be somewhat functional because they'll be traveling. The demands I cannot keep up with.
No, I completely understand. I just wanted to know if you had made any progress. But if not, please do not be stressed. We have weeks. It's not a big deal.
I will have them ready before we head south, so that way you can ride in style.
You are coming as well, though, aren't you, as the
Domina has requested me. I need to make... I'm already working on gowns for her.
I thought so. Okay. Well, good. Well, that'd be wonderful. Is Sophie coming as well? You're leaving her here?
He looks at Az, because Az and he had the discussion about this. No, she is going to stay here. She has enrolled at the... there's a school for young ladies.
Oh.
Here in Kintago that she is attending.
That sounds boring.
I know it is a wonderful school.
I'm sure it's a wonderful school. That doesn't mean it's not boring.
It is... I would prefer that the mundane type of boring versus what you consider exciting, Anna.
What? You're saying you don't...
consider exciting, I smash things with swords.
You don't want your 15-year-old daughter learning how to kill demons?
I know. I want her married to a good man and in a nice house.
Well, I am sure that will happen.
That is what I want.
That is probably what will happen. All right. Wonderful. Okay, I just wanted to check. Do you need anything from us?
I know. I'm well. I'm so simply busy. So many dresses to make.
All right. That's all then. If you don't need anything.
He turns to ask, yours is ready. So you can simply go pick that. They have it. If you want to ask, anyone can bring it for you.
Oh. Is mine really that much more difficult?
Well, his is easy. Look, he's wearing it. It simply is.
That is true. That is true.
Yours requires actual design.
I know, because I asked you for like an A-line cut with breeches underneath. And
yes.
That's still happening, right? You haven't changed the design?
No. I mean, the shoes are taking a lot of attention.
Why? I just wanted boots.
They cannot just be boots.
Sir Michael.
They must be boots.
Oh my gosh. This is Puss in Boots at this point. I think we're going to name this episode the movie episode because we have quoted so many movies.
I don't know. I just...
Puss in Boots.
Well, I was just saying boots, and there's really nothing else you could do.
There's no way you cannot equate that to Puss in Boots. There's no way. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, fine. Wonderful. So good to see you. I just kissy, and then we're going to go now.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
And then
darling, and then we're outside. Well, I don't know what to do now.
Do you need
I guess
anything?
we can just... No, I don't need anything. Just...
Head home?
I guess. Maybe we should go, like... I don't know. get a puppy or something.
You have a dog.
I know. What are we supposed to do for the next 2 weeks? We're just going to wait around for the military to finally be done.
I have many things that I can work on and craft.
I know you
That
do.
would be
I have
useful
nothing to
for
do.
us. I don't know. You can go train with the torrent.
I could. That's true.
Bust some heads.
I kind of have to stay away from the god at the moment.
The what?
Ever since you pointed out that certain individuals of the guard may have certain feelings, I have to stay away from them now.
Oh, Ulfric.
Thank you. Yes, Ulfric.
Well, that's the god. The Silver Torrent. Zagrul.
I know.
And them. They're closer to our house.
That is true.
Go ask them if someone wants to practice. Bust some heads.
But all right. Yes, bust some heads, as it were. It's very strange because I've spent basically my entire life having every minute of my day organized by someone else and then being told this is what you are doing today. So it's very strange to not have anything to do.
You could help me with the crafting.
I don't think you want that. I guarantee you I will slice off a finger. I don't know how to craft.
I don't think you will cut off a finger.
No, I'm not saying I will cut off a finger. I will cut off your finger.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know how to use blades.
No, I know how to use... Yes, I know how to use blades. I have literally no crafting. None. No ability. I can't do it. I can't do a saw.
You can't hold things?
I can hold things.
There we go.
You want me to come help you and hold things?
You have nothing else to do. You can sit at home alone.
I don't want to sit home alone.
Okay, there's books.
I will help you hold things.
They have picture ones.
I don't want a picture book. Thank you very much.
They have picture ones about swords.
No.
Okay.
What kind of swords?
And so Az is going to regale her with the long... Wait. I need a society check here.
What did Juice just said something on?
Oh, I just rolled an 18.
Oh, reroll and he failed holding things check.
Yes, Dooms. Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I have a D20 reroll.
But as having rolled an 18 there, and I've got society, he regales you with the different types of swords in different parts of the world, and all the books that detail them, and the way that they work, and falchions, and scimitars. And
Anna starts asking like a ton of really technical questions, and yeah.
Az has a really high crafting.
That's true.
So
He
Az
does
can
understand that.
detail out a lot
So
of it,
she
too.
starts asking like all these really detailed questions about everything.
As you're walking down through the town, or walking back to, are you guys then going to go towards the academy, or are you going to go to find more books, or are you going to head home for right now?
Well, if you have to craft, then we can head home, and I will craft with you.
Okay. Well, what if we bought stuff to craft at home? Right now, everything's at the academy. What if we bought stuff to craft at home?
Yeah, we can go shopping. It's fine.
Yeah. So you guys head then back towards the market district,
Mm-hmm.
where Az is going to look at buying some alchemical and some crafting supplies for magical crafting at home.
Okay, Anna, as we're running, like going, Anna's gonna like start picking up like little sticks and stuff and throwing them for Bruce, and having Bruce come back and be like, "Oh, he's my good boy. He's my good boy. Who's a happy boy?" And then like throw it again. And
If you can't tell, Hayley's very practiced at that.
we have a pit bull that all I do is talk like that to her.
Yes.
Her name is Letty. She's a total sweetheart.
So as you are walking, okay, 1 second ago. Check something. I forgot to write something down because you know that happens.
What? No, it doesn't.
Just one moment. There we go. Because I can't find things. Okay, so you're walking through town. And suddenly, as you're walking...
Oh, I don't like it when he does that.
Az takes a step, and then you watch as a device of some type clamps around his leg and sends a jolt through his body.
Az! What?
And then suddenly you feel around you this magical force begin to hit. I need you to roll a fortitude save.
Kidding me?
Nope.
It's slightly cocked, but can it count?
Sure.
Okay, because it's a 19.
There we go. So give me that fortitude.
Hold on. 38.
Okay, you do succeed. So suddenly this inky blackness just coats everything around in 20 feet. You are walking by a well, and there are even people there, but suddenly everything around for 20 feet is just this inky, dark blackness.
Can I see Az?
Yes, no, it's like on the ground.
Oh, it's on the ground.
It's on the ground. Suddenly
Okay.
this inky blackness begins coming up from the ground, and black tentacles reach out of the ground and start reaching out you.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to grab Az.
Okay, his foot is in this trap. And Romy, you suddenly hear, "Found you again. You won't get away this time. Oh, you're back. Dang it." And you look across and see a Hell Knight that you recognize from before.
Just take a step away and pull my sword out and be like, you're going to die.
And we're going to pull out some terrain and start some combat here and roll some initiative. So let me give you 1 second to pull out the terrain.
Freaking biatch from hell. Freaking sent me to the underworld. Okay, that's true. She didn't send me to the underworld. But you guys had to go to the underworld to get me back. Ugh. This combat today is brought to you by Terreno by Game Gear Master at GameGearMaster.com. He has a new product he is releasing, I think very, very soon, that is the terrain as 3D printed pieces. So instead of actually cutting everything out, if you have a 3D printer and you have the stuff for it, you can just 3D print all of the pieces and paint them. So then you can have stuff kind of like Dwarven Forge. And we don't have a 3D printer, but we want one. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I know the side panel came down. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. We should probably turn it this way.
Well, you can see
Stupid freaking.
And you just hit stuff with your fingers and you're not careful. Can't blame this stuff. All right, so
There we go.
go. Now let's change cameras. Okay. And here we are.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me move this just a little bit. Can you guys see all this amazingness? Do you see this amazingness?
So we've got Az and Anna right here. Bruce is right next to you.
Okay.
Oh, roll me please a fortitude save for Bruce.
For Bruce, you never gave me his updated sheet.
Do you have the one from before?
No, of course I don't.
Okay, I'll get it for you in just 1 second.
It's a 16 anyway, so I'm
Okay, he probably
pretty
sure.
sure.
Okay. But Az is stuck in a stunning snare,
Oh my
And
gosh.
he is stunned right now. And he cannot move. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Okay. Oh, seriously?
All right, Anna.
Okay, I will save my reroll. That is a 22.
Okay. That's adding, okay.
Yeah, it says 16 plus 6
There
is
we go.
22.
And then let's roll for Az.
Oh, I was about to roll for. I was about to roll
No,
for
I
Bruce.
roll. Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't need to roll for
You
Bruce.
don't
He
need to
just
roll
hangs
for
out with
him.
me.
So do that way. All
I
right, Az
cannot
is
promise I won't chuck the D20 tonight. That has happened. Because I get really angry at my dice.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to roll me a perception check, the one perception check.
Okay.
I want to see what you see of the battlefield.
Okay, 16 plus 16. That
Okay,
is
roll pretty well.
34.
Bring this up.
2.
So
32.
you do notice that not only is there the Hell Knight there, but you do notice that standing with them, with her, it appears to be just some local thug.
Is this a Hell Knight?
That's the Hell Knight.
And that's the thug.
Yep, thug. And then also you look to your side and you see another thug over
back
there.
there.
Oh, you're caught in a tentacle.
I'm caught in a tentacle. I don't like the tentacles.
All right, so first
Okay.
there's, jeez, I cannot seem to not hit stuff tonight. Another one right back here.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to step out of hiding, and it is going to fire a bow at you.
Rude.
Ooh. Does a 26 hit.
No.
Okay. So,
Does
second
not.
action, it's going to attempt it one more time.
Okay.
That definitely does not hit. I rolled a 7. So it
Yeah,
shoots
that's a roll.
it fires its bow twice at you, missing both times. It's now Az's turn. Unfortunately, Az is stunned this round.
Seriously?
Yep, because of the stun trap. So he actually does not get a turn this round.
Do we need the condition rings? We don't have to have them. I just
You know, go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab it.
because you know I made that one.
Yes, you did. Okay, so Dooms says that reroll, that hero point, is also redeemable for sending Hell Knight to hell. In addition to holding things.
In addition to holding things, okay.
So Az is currently stunned. So this one is now going to come up, and it's going to take a shot at Brutus.
What? You can't shoot Bruce because I don't know his stats.
You don't have the old
I
sheet
do
at all?
not. I do not. Hold
No,
on,
you
let me
need to
pull
hold on
up.
to yours.
Wait.
You need to take care of your dog.
Do you know what? He is perfectly fine on his own.
Okay, give me 1 second, and I will find stats for your dog.
I know. Hold on. I can find him. Oh, I guess I could.
This is
control
why
F.
GMs, you should always have backups of all your player stuff.
Okay, so we were doing it as a wolf, right?
Yeah, he was the stats for a wolf.
Okay.
Did you just pull up a
I just pulled it up on Archives of Nessus.
oh, you just pulled up a wolf?
Mhm.
Yeah, that you can't do that.
Why?
Give me 1 second, because it's got more stats than that as an animal companion. Okay, so you are player level 10. He is mature.
apologize.
He is. Oh, that's right. At this point, I believe you get to pick Savage, and
You're so savage.
yep, which means now you get your advanced maneuver of Knockdown. Okay, so right now his AC is 27.
Oh,
Jeez,
nice.
he's got a high AC.
Thanks, babe.
All right, so first one will miss. I rolled a 7 for the second one 2 times in a row. Jeez.
That misses too then.
Yeah, it does, apparently.
Apparently.
Oh, and Andoriana, you're up.
Okay. Anna is going to...
Now, just so you know, the area you're walking through is difficult terrain.
Oh, for shame. Does this square still count as difficult terrain? This one right here?
Everything surrounded by the blackness.
Well, no, because this one barely touches the square.
Then
That's
no.
what I'm wondering.
Once you get out there, you'll be fine.
Okay.
If you can set your person
that would-
on an area not inside the blackness, you're good.
Okay, so that's 10. It's 15, 20. So I'm going to move for 1 action.
Okay. As you attempt to roll to move, you do need to do a new Fortitude DC save.
So, what?
Yep. See if you get grabbed.
Well, that's just rude. Fortitude, I think I'm fine. That's 28.
28.
Wait, hold on. 10? Yeah, 19 plus 9, 28.
Okay, 28. You take 3d6.
Are you serious? Do you need more dice, DM? There is a cup of dice right next to you.
I just have it right there. Okay, you take 10 points of damage as this thing grabs onto you, and you are
buckets.
now immobilized.
Are you serious?
You can attempt a reflex save to get out of it and still be able to move.
I would like to attempt a... No! I would like to... I probably can't do that yet. Okay, we'll do this really quick. Reroll.
Okay, using that hero point.
Using the hero point. Much better. Much, much better. Reflex?
Yes.
31.
Okay. You manage to get away from it as it grabs at you. You do take damage, but it isn't able to completely wrap around you. It took one of your actions to do that, so you...
So I have 1 action left.
Well, you do still have the movement action. So it was halted because he grabbed you, but you moved out of the way, so you have 2
I
actions.
still have 2 actions left. Okay, then I would like to do a power strike.
Oh, no, wait. 1 action was to move. 1 action was to get out. 1 action was to move. So, yes, you have 1 move.
So I have 1 move. Okay, I have 1 action left. Then I would like to do something.
Yes.
I would like to use my new ability.
Okay.
Because in the darkness, I learned this really cool ability of being able to strike things no matter what.
Oh, yes. Okay, go ahead.
I can't find it.
Do an
Exacting strike. There it is.
Go ahead and do it.
So I am going to call exacting strike on this and just do a normal melee attack.
All right, go ahead.
With, hold on, which sword do I have in my hand at the moment? Shoot. I'm going to say I've got my striking sword out right now. That's 15, 22, so that is 37.
You hit. You crit.
Right? 22 plus 15 is 37, right?
Yes.
Okay. 37! What's up? Sorry. Maths. Me and maths. We're very good friends. Oh, jeez. 1. 13 plus 8 is 21. Plus 1d6 is 5. So 36, right? 13 plus 8. 26.
26, all right.
26 times 2 is 52.
This is just a normal thug. It is dead.
Is dead.
It's dead.
All right, she slashes. She's just like, ah! And with her amazing ability in her darkness of learning how to do this, because in darkness she had to use her ears and her other senses very well. She slashes it down and she just is like, ha!
Ha!
What happens?
All right. So in your you take care and you completely destroy this individual.
And as a free action, I am going to turn and scream at Bruce, "Do not move!"
Okay, you don't want, because remember, he now is at a level where he gets a move action on his own.
I know, but if he's going to get hurt if he moves.
He's going to get hurt every time he's in this.
At all? Okay, then I want him to move.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to call him to me.
Roll fortitude save for him.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me.
Yep, I've got it right here.
It's a 16.
Okay, 16 plus 18, he succeeds.
Okay, so I'm going to call him to me.
As the tendrils try and reach out and grab him and pull him down, he just runs his way through to his master.
Good boy. Good boy. In all actuality, she probably would not talk to him that way.
Nope. All right, end of your turn.
Okay, yep, that's the end of my turn.
As you take down this thug, you hear suddenly a scream and a cry from behind you, back the way that you just left, as this lowly villager caught in the crossfire takes 3d6 damage.
You only have like 10 hit points.
Well, it's helpful when you roll ones. All right. The tendrils grab at this just townsperson and just pull her down. She's still there fighting, trying to pull away, but they are pulling at her arms and ripping at her with these black tendrils as she is stuck there in the middle.
There is literally nothing I can do about that. There's literally nothing I can do about that.
All right. It's the Hell Knight's turn. The Hell Knight is going to spend one of her actions to maintain the spell.
Okay.
To keep it going. And then...
so it's a concentration spell.
With the second one, she is going to try and shoot you with her crossbow. As she takes aim...
Good luck.
Does a 29 hit?
Nope.
What's your AC?
30.
Damn. You got a good AC. All right.
We built it so that she had a freaking high AC.
All right. So she shoots at you and misses.
She does. Anna does the Aragorn like bat hit with her sword just.
And then for her third action.
Wait, she already had her crossbow out?
Yes.
Seriously, woman?
She's going to move up to there to move towards you. That's the end of that turn.
It's not going to happen. You're not taking Az.
All right. The thug that was near her is actually going to run at you. So why don't you move it all the way up to you? She's going to use 2 of her actions to get up to you. And roll a natural 1 on the attack.
Awesome.
So it swings at you with a club and just completely just like...
Just slightly, just slight turn to the side.
Slight turn to the side.
Slight turn to the side. There you go.
Oh, I thought I was missing one.
Hey, GM, call flag on the play.
No,
flag on the play.
I forgot to pull out the miniature. I forgot to pull out the miniature, that's all.
Okay, next time I'm going to do that too. I forgot to pull out a miniature.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I know you just slaughtered my bad guys, so I'm going to pull out a miniature.
I have it all right here. There were 4 of them. It's going to take a shot. Noticing that you're hard to hit, it's going to take a shot at Bruce. But Bruce, if I remember, still has a 29.
He has a really high AC too.
Yeah, no, these people, they can't hit. They can't hit squad.
Suck. They're like stormtroopers.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Sorry, I have to eat.
Okay, that is the end of that round because you already took out this one. Az is up. So let's see if Az can get out of this trap. That's a natural 20. Woo! That's a natural 20. Az reaches down and just pulls his leg out of the trap. that had him caught. That does take one of his actions, but he is now no longer caught in this stunned trap. He can now move and do his stuff. So, as seeing this and seeing this Hell Knight, very first thing he's going to do is Az is going to look at Anna, and he is going to cast a spell he was waiting for called Dimensional Anchor.
Okay.
Dimensional Anchor prevents a character or an individual from being teleported anywhere. So he reaches over and then puts his hands out, casting Dimensional Anchor on Anna. You now cannot be banished or teleported by anyone anywhere.
Nice.
So that will actually, though, be all. It takes him 2 actions to cast that, and then 1 to get his leg out. That is all of his turns. He now has to roll a Fortitude save against the goop. Ooh, not as good. Not as good there. Let's see. What's my...
It's like, come on.
Nope. Az is going to fail that, so Az is going to take 3d6 damage. And Az takes 12 points of damage as now he got his leg out, but only to start being grabbed by these tentacle arms that are beneath him. And he's looking down at them. He's like, oh, bloody. Get off my legs. And that will be the end of Az's turn.
Okay.
So, Thug, there's one at the top over here. Would you mind moving that one along the building to get to Anna? Does it have to go through any of the blackness?
Kind of. There's like that one that's like half of it.
It does. So let's see if it gets grabbed.
You guys can't really see it.
It succeeds the Fortitude save.
Oh my gosh.
So
seriously?
it does manage to run through. It's like hot-footing it through that area in order to... Oh no, my building's falling apart. Let me help the building.
Well, it's hard when there isn't a connector there.
There is a connector there.
I couldn't see it.
Nope.
I just had to turn it so we could actually see the
So
little guy.
it does manage to hot-foot it through there and pull its legs out, and now it's going to attack you. 28 doesn't hit, right?
Mm-mm.
Stupid full plates and high ACs. There's a 7 again. That is the 3rd time that on the second roll I've rolled a 7.
Wait. Anna's not in full plate.
She's not wearing her armor, is she?
No, she's not. Can I remove it?
Okay.
It gives me an item bonus of +5.
Yeah, so
So
now
would
you're
it
a lot
be
lower.
25 instead of 30?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because, yeah, she didn't put her armor on today.
So in that case, 2 of them would have hit. So, take 7 points of damage
Okay.
from these. So you do have an arrow now that is in you, and this person slashes at you with their axe, and they do hit as well.
Okay.
All right, it's got one last attack. It's going to try hit you one more time.
-10 penalty.
Natural 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, it would be a -5 because it.
Oh,
attacked
true,
once.
because it moved, attacked, and attacked again.
Okay. Anna, you're up.
All right. Anna is going to attack dude in front.
Are you going to attack, or is Bruce going to attack first? He has knockdown now.
I know. I'm thinking. Yeah, let's play that.
All right.
Okay, so I am going to look at Bruce and say, Bruce, attack!
All right.
And I'm going to have him go for a Jaws knockdown.
Now, remember, I think he gets a free move or a free attack. You can do 1, so you don't have to use an action for this.
Yeah. So it's a 5.
You rolled a 5?
Yeah, plus whatever his, I think it's 16.
Give me 1 second. Let me double check. It's a 17 now.
Okay.
And you rolled a what?
A 5, so that's 23. Right?
That still hits.
It does? Okay, cool. So then with this jaw, it knocks the individual prone.
Yep.
And then Anna is going to use Advantageous Assault, which means that I gain a +2.
You gain a +5.
Hold on. You gain a circumstance bonus to damage as a strike equal to the number of weapon damage dice, or that number +2 if you're wielding a weapon of 2 hands. So she does 2 damage dice. 3.
So
she has
4.
3 damage dice.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
+2, so 5.
Yeah, so it's 5. Okay, so she gets a +5 on her attack.
Yep.
Right?
And they are
Yes.
knocked prone, which means they are flat-footed. They take a -2 on their AC. So
That
it's
is
a
also true.
7.
All right, cool. So, yeah. Well, technically, no, because it's a -2 for them and then a +5 for me.
Yeah, so the total difference is 7.
Yes. All right.
Natural 1?
Does somebody have enough channel points for a hero point? Because I just got a natural 1 and this is a really cool move.
It is a really cool move.
She, because he's prone, she can strike him
Well, what?
down.
So it's a 1. Add up your bonuses.
1.
1 plus what?
22. So it's 23 plus 5 is 28 to hit.
Oh, lowercase j redeemed a hero point.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Okay, here's this again. Doing this again. Because it wouldn't matter because it would still be a failure. Because it was a 1. Oh, so much better. That's a 19. That's a critical hit.
That is a critical.
Thank you so much, lowercase j. Okay. That's a 9. That's a 5. 14 plus 8 is, hold on, maths. 22.
22 points of damage doubled.
Plus a 1d6. Which is a 6.
Okay, so 28
28
doubled.
is 56.
Correct.
Oh, you guys, look at me. We've been playing this for a year, and I'm starting to actually be able to do this in my head.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, your phone
You
is
wanna
a low battery.
Hit the close button on that. It'll be fine. It's plugged into. It just doesn't like that. There we go.
Okay, so she just... Pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew.
she gets it. It's dead and splattered on the ground.
Oh, shoot. I keep hitting other things.
That was one of your actions.
Move it. And turning is a free action, right? Turn
Yeah,
around.
turn around for your action. You get
now
2
she
actions
is gonna
left.
power attack.
Okay, I might turn your mic down.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. I am sorry. We have not fought in a while.
Haley's starting to like combat.
I don't like running combat. I like playing combat.
All right, good to know.
Oh, that's a 10. So that is a 33 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. 12. 1, 13. 7. 13, 20.
Okay.
Plus 8, so 28. 29, 30. 30 times... Nope, we're not timesing anything, just 30.
Okay.
30 points of damage.
Do you want to go ahead and flick it? Oh, the camera itself is not playing.
The camera?
Okay,
Why did the camera stop?
one more. Camera stopped.
The
Give me
camera
a sec.
stopped. You guys, you didn't get to see me flick the thing. I feel like that was a double entendre. This was all made possible by you, lowercase j.
Here, put a hand over there. Okay, we're not seeing it.
We're not seeing anything. I wonder if the... Oh, the screen turned off on the camera? Now you guys get to see what's on Weston's phone.
There we go.
Now, oh, there we go.
iPhone's got the best camera, so it's just like...
iPhones are awesome, you guys. If you ever need to do the things,
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so those two.
That's all your moves.
And then I'm just gonna turn around and glare. This is flavor. Just glare at the Hell Knight, and just kind of that look of like, yeah, your friends are dead. Coming for you next.
So the Hell Knight, seeing this, seeing that Az is now appears to be freed, and since he's a spellcaster, he can just throw spells from where he's at. Anyways, she's going to drop her concentration on this muck that's there.
Is she running away? Is she running away again?
No, she just dropped the spell, so she doesn't have to concentrate on it and use an action.
Okay.
And now she's going to look at you, put her hand forward, and she's like, this worked last time. And she's going to cast Banishment.
Anna's going to go like this.
And of course, it does nothing. Because Az has the dimensional anchor on you, and you watch as she casts Banishment, you watch as you look over and he's still got his hand reached out towards you, and you see him and his light magical energy just intercepts hers as she's trying to cast Banishment. And she looks over at him, back at you.
And Anna does 2 nice big swings of her sword in response.
She takes her crossbow, throws it to the side, pulls out her Morning Star. Come on.
You're the one with the action. I
No,
can't.
she has no more actions.
Oh, okay.
2 actions to cast the spell.
No, just
One
say,
action to
come
pull.
on, and Anna's just going to yell back, I don't have any actions. We need to wait till my turn.
All right.
And then I'll kick your butt. If any of you guys have seen the skits where they do live combat for D&D, you will find that funny.
Yes. Az will instead, it's Az's turn.
Az, get it,
And
Az.
Az is going to look at her. I learned something fun in the Boneyard. And Az is going to reach out his hand, and he is going to cast Rip the Spirit. As he looks into her and sees her very soul, having been in the Boneyard and felt the soul energy of that plane, he reaches out with his magic and grabs a hold of the soul of this Hell Knight.
Oh my gosh.
And so the Hell Knight has to do a Fortitude save.
Can Anna feel this, considering
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Will you? Somebody give Weston a.
No. This was her rolling a Fortitude save.
Oh,
Not 20.
Oh no!
She critically succeeded on her.
I think she
check.
needs a villain point, and she needs to use that villain point right now.
No. So yeah. Let's see. Go the spirit from living. Okay, so it's basic Fortitude. Okay, it means half damage.
Okay.
It means half damage, but they don't end up being drained 1.
Ah. Hi, love Sig. Welcome. Welcome to chaos.
Yes.
We're fighting a Hell Knight.
Oh, I did 1 living creature, so this is 2 action, so that's 10d6, but halved because she succeeded.
So are you going to roll 5d6 or are you going to roll 10d6?
I'll roll 10 and then split
And
it.
then split it. Okay. Weston
Wow,
made the
I
train
rolled
tonight.
4 1s. So 10d6 only came out to 27.
Oh, that sucks.
Halved, which will be then 13
13.
points of necrotic
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, man, alive.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Really cool spell that
Uh,
didn't quite land. So he does this and tries to rip it out, and no
it's
luck.
like just no.
No
Just
luck at
no.
all. And then as is with his final action, he's going to look over at... I got rid of... Wait, let me see if I still got that spell. No, I apparently, for my cantrips, got rid of guidance. So what do we got? Single action.
You
single
guys,
action.
are we streaming in D&D right now?
No, we're not.
Are you sure?
Yep, I am.
Okay. Because I don't remember changing it.
Az is going to cast True Strike on himself to give himself pretty much advantage on his next attack roll.
Nice.
And that will be the end of his turn.
Okay. Is it Anna's turn now that she's killed everyone?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Because there is one thug left here.
Oh, stupid. Is this...
You know what? That thug watching, they were just paid some money. It's not worth this much. They weren't paid nearly enough to die. They're just going to run.
Away.
They're just going to run away. Like, there's like, no way. They scream out.
This was like for 2 gold. This is not worth it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they yell out. They're like, I don't care. This isn't worth it. They just throw down their stuff, throw up a curse sign, hand sign, turn around and just start walking away.
Anna's just going to watch him and raise one hand. He's like, bye.
As you hear the Hell Knight yell out, I've paid good money for you.
And she's like,
not enough.
And Anna's just like, it's very difficult to find good help in this city. I understand. It's a problem.
I'll just take care of you myself.
Oh, we're not going to do the camaraderie back and forth thing. Okay, fine.
All right, and so as just went,
back up.
Anna.
So Anna's going to say that and just be like, really? Okay, well, I guess I will just have to kill you. And she is going to first off send Bruce to attack.
Wait, put your hand in front of the camera.
Why is it dead again? Oh, you guys, I think our camera is dead. It keeps going dark because it's at low power, so it's gone into low power mode.
Did you click to go into low power mode?
I might have.
Should have hit close.
You can get out of low power mode. Pull down the screen. Other side. Other side. What do you? You guys, Weston never uses this phone.
I am an Android user. I do not use... Here, I'm going to switch screens real quick.
Why is it not?
I do not use of the iPhone unless I have to.
Okay, do I need to, hit play?
No. You just need to have it open. But you just need to turn off the power saver mode.
I did.
Okay.
I just turned it off.
Okay, move the... Yeah, I see my hand. There we are.
Sorry, you
We're back.
guys. Sorry.
All right, so what does Bruce do?
Bruce attacks with his jaws and goes rah, 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 with an 8 plus.
Oh, yeah, I've got it. Here, don't.
Yeah, you have it all over there.
That is an 8 plus
17?
17. That does not hit.
Dang it.
Nope.
Oh, sad for Bruce. Okay, well, he still does a and misses and kind of just stands there growling. And then Anna is going to use an action to move up.
Wait, was he standing next to her?
Yeah.
Or did he have to move to get next to her?
He had to move to get next to.
Okay, then
Oh, that's true. He can only move. He couldn't attack.
or
Okay.
attack. So we'll just say
yeah,
he
he'll
didn't
just
attack.
said he moved. Okay, and then Anna is going to attack first. Not first, because she had to move. Dang it. Can she do exacting strike and power strike at the same time?
No.
Dang it. You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
So
You've
I'm
got
doing
2
power
actions.
strike.
Okay.
So that is a 17 plus 22. So 22 plus 17 is 29. Right? 22, 39. 39.
39. Okay.
22
You hit.
plus 10 plus 7, 39.
Okay, so she tries to block you with her Morning Star, but you just go straight down, smashing it right on her. Roll that damage.
All right, 12 plus 6 is 18. Plus 7. What's 18 plus 7? 18, 20, 25?
Yes.
Plus 1d6 of damage too. So it's 25, 26, 27 points of damage. That was not a crit.
No, that was not crit.
39 was not a crit?
Crit 39 was not a crit.
Seriously?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay, anyway, that's 27 points of damage.
All right, awesome. And I believe that brings you to the end of your turn.
That is the end of my turn.
So you slam down with this weapon right on top of her, knocking down, cutting into her shoulder here. She looks up at you. That's a nice cut. And now she's going to whack you with her Morning Star. And does a 38 hit.
Oh my gosh.
You are not wearing your armor.
And it crits.
So that is a crit.
Guys, why did she not put on her armor this morning?
So that will be... Wait a minute. 14. 28 points of damage to Anna.
Okay.
With the first strike.
Oh, man.
She's now going to go for a second strike.
That one.
That's an 11, which is 6.
Hold on, the other damage was 21?
28.
28, okay.
All right, that would be 27.
To hit?
To hit.
Yes. But it does not a crit.
Nope. 14 points of damage.
Oh, man. She's not happy. Not happy at all.
All right. And then for her last action, actually, she's going to attempt to grapple you.
That was 27 with a -5?
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
Okay, she attempts to grab a hold of you, but you move your hand, move yourself out of the way. That's the end of her turn.
You're like, screw you! Ugh.
As is up.
Did you know that you can roll dice on
Yes, I did.
Pathfinder?
Yes, I did.
I just discovered this amazingness.
It is amazingness.
And it totals it all up for you, so I don't have to think.
So I don't have to think.
Okay, that came out worse than it actually was
That's all right.
in my head.
All right, and so as let's see, I've got my advantage going on. So I then
Kick her trash.
I'm going to cast Sudden Bolt. I'm gonna use 2 of my actions. Cast Sudden Bolt. I've got advantage on this. First one is a 12 on the die.
Sorry.
Second one's a 15. Okay, 15 will be more.
Nice.
What's my bonus to my spells? Plus 18. That will hit. That will hit. She's a Hell Knight in full armor. She's got
Got a really high AC.
Yes. So that will do. No. Oh.
Why are my villains coming
Wait,
back
that's
to haunt us?
Wait, I don't want to do Sudden Bolt. That's a reflex save. I
is a
have
reflex
advantage, but I don't have any spells really. I'm just going to use my telekinetic projectile.
No, do the bolt.
No, but the bolt doesn't get the advantage from the advantage.
Oh.
So telekinetic projectile though does.
Okay.
So that's a plus 19. So yeah, that totally hits because that 15 plus 16, that is a 34. That will definitely hit.
Yup.
And he picks up just one of the weapons he found there and just throws it, doing 21 points of damage as she finds herself pelted and bludgeoned with this just refuse and stuff that he picks up off the ground and throws at her.
That's amazing.
So that's 2 of his actions. For his third action,
I realized that was like right in frame.
Az is going to.
So apparently that does not charge it.
Okay, it's not working anymore, huh? It does charge it, and it keeps it running, but it's not.
No, it's still going. It's still going.
Az is actually, I'm going to use the aid action.
Okay.
And so Az is going to use his deception to yell at her, yell at the Hell Knight, and be like, I believe I'm the one you want here.
You're going to distract her?
Yes, I'm going to attempt to distract her.
Come on.
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
But I do have a very high skill in that. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Deception. That's still a 25. Let's see. Nope,
bad.
not quite
No.
enough. Not quite enough to aid you.
Oh, man.
So he yells out to her, and she doesn't even look at him. She just yells out, "I'll get to you later."
She's just focused on a moi.
Anna, you're up.
Et c'est moi. Et c'est moi is going to slash it with the sword.
Okay, I want you to tell me, how do you slash at her? What do you do?
She is going to take the sword and come around the side away from Bruce, so she's not slicing into Bruce.
Yes,
She's
I
gonna
get it.
Come this way, and she's going to bring it down and try to connect it right here.
Ooh, right underneath the arm.
Underneath
All
the
right.
arm, so that it slices into her artery there.
All right. Roll that
With
dice.
a 12. This is with exacting strike, not power strike.
Okay.
That is a 12, 22, 34.
That will hit.
Okay. So it's 2. Oh wait, I want to use that. I want to use the.
Now, Anna.
Yes. 21
Okay. 21 points of damage.
points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Wait, is that the plus? Yeah, that's with the +8.
All right. 21 points of damage, and you
21 points
slam
of
into her
damage.
side and cut.
She's going to cut, and then she's just going to bring it straight back and try to do the same thing again, but this time with power strike.
Okay. Question for you. Do you want Bruce to use his move first? He's right next to her.
Oh, well, that's a really good idea.
He has his single action.
Yes. Okay. Yes, let's do that.
All right,
So
go
we
ahead and
have
roll
him
for him.
attack first. That is an 11, 17, 28.
Misses. He tries to bite down on her leg, but her armor just blocks him. He didn't manage to get between the joints.
All right. We're going to go back with the original
Worth trying.
plan then. We're just going to do power
Power
strike.
attack.
Oh, man, it's only a 5.
Does someone have any more channel points?
Somebody
You know,
send me a channel point.
remember, you do start with 1,
That's true. I would like to use it.
and you've been gifted ones the whole time.
Yes. Oh!
Is that-
Natural 20!
Okay, plus
22, so it's 42.
definitely a crit there. Definitely a crit.
I
All
mean,
right.
it would have been a crit no matter what, but good. Okay. I can do it here, and I can just hit critical. 11, 1, 4, 48. But I'm realizing it doesn't add a D12 to it. Oh, there you go. Because it was power strike. There we go. There's a 54 points of damage.
Ooh.
So Anna just brings this sword straight back, and with like the fury of the gods brings this down into this woman.
Where do you hit her?
Same place. I was going for the exact same place.
You cut in, and your weapon, with the force you put behind it, the flame runes going along it, you watch as it not only cuts into and dings the armor, but you watch as you split the metal, and you see blood and flesh.
And she
is
is just
bloody.
screaming at this point. Like, she is beyond angry that this woman would even dare come back.
All right.
She's got a little. If she was a barbarian, she would be raging right now.
She definitely
She's
would
not.
be.
But she would be.
All right.
She's not down yet. Is she looking?
She is bloodied.
She's
She is
looking
definitely bloodied.
pretty
Yes.
rough. Okay.
So
I love that I just discovered I can roll dice on my
she,
computer.
with this cut, your weapon now though is held right there at her side, and so she look at you. You hear her call out in. You speak Infernal, right?
I think I only speak Abyssal.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just double check. Trying to remember where that's at on here. Where is that on here?
Should
The
be on
languages
verbiage.
that you speak.
It should be on your about. Your about.
A boot? Where's my boot? Is it just the thing on the side?
I don't know. I've got
There's
I've got
all my feats.
Either way, you recognize this as a infernal language
yeah.
as she calls out,
She
and you watch as her morning star is suddenly wreathed.
Can I
in
do
a dark
an
flame.
attack of opportunity because she's doing something?
Nope, it's not a manipulate action. As it's wreathed in fire, and then she is going to strike at you.
Wait, can't I do a gaze of, hold on.
Not on yourself. It has to be someone.
On her.
Glimpse of Redemption requires them to be attacking someone else. 30 hits, right?
Yes, it hits.
All right, so you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
I can't do it on myself. Fine. How many points?
15 points of bludgeoning and 8 fire damage.
I am resistant to fire.
Okay, so resistant
4.
what? Okay, so 4. So 4 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I think it's 4. 5. No, it's 5. It's 5. It's not 4. It's
then
5.
Then you take 3 points
So
of fire
3
damage.
points of fire damage. So 15 plus 3?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I have to do my maths.
She then goes, she whacks into you once, and now she whacks again. Roll a 19 on the die. Plus 21 is 40. It's a minus 5. 35. Is that a crit?
It meets.
Okay, so that is a crit. Okay, 18.
Thank you, Dooms and lowercase j, for sticking with us.
36 points of damage.
36.
Are you still up?
Yes.
All right.
She's looking pretty rough, though. She's not doing well. Labored breathing. Probably some blood spurting out of some cuts.
So you're not even armored. She whacks you twice with this morning star in your side. You feel ribs cracking. You spit up some blood. You probably punctured a lung with this hit. You're definitely hurt.
Okay.
But as seeing this is going to, you hear him yell out, "No!" And then he puts his hand forward and 2 action heal on you for 68 points of healing.
What? Holy crap.
Oh, I forgot to wear my mask. Otherwise, I could have done more.
Oh.
68 points of healing with this 2 action
Holy crap.
that he uses. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah. Feels real good. She's only like...
You feel your ribs crack a little bit, but it's as they pop back into place.
So she's like...
Yeah. Okay.
Some of the wounds like kind of stop. Some of them seal up a little bit, and she's like, okay, and just the eyes just piercing at the.
And then for
Piece of crap.
he's gonna do a 1 action. He's gonna try again to rip her spirit.
Ooh, rip it.
She only rolled a 7.
Oh.
So that actually will fail. So she takes 5d6 negative damage, and she is now drained 1.
Nice.
So let's
Weston,
see.
explain what drained 1 is to the lovely people at home.
In Pathfinder, when you are drained, you lose hit points equal to your level from your maximum hit points. And you also lose that number of hit points. So you lose that much, and then you lose that from your maximum hit points. And you can't get to that new maximum until you've been cleared of the drain condition. So that means this is a level 11 creature. They'd lose 22 hit points
Oh my gosh.
from being drained.
Yep.
Plus 5d6.
So drained is not good. It is the opposite of a good thing.
And Az reaches out, his magic connecting with seeing her soul, knowing this magic, and you watch, and this Anna does see, as suddenly her soul is separate, as grabs around, makes a fist motion, and then pulls. And as he pulls, you watch as her soul is ripped from her body.
Oh my gosh.
And her body falls to the ground.
Did you just kill her?
Yes, I did.
I just killed her.
And you see the soul ripped from the body, and then it hangs in the air for a moment, and then you watch as it dissipates. And we are out of combat.
Anna just kind of, because she's like still like half kneeled down a little bit from having been struck down previously, and she's just kind of like, okay, so that just happened.
And you watch as he's gripping so tight and forces his fingers open.
She's gonna stand up and kind of brush off and check Bruce to make sure he's okay and he's good, and gives her big licks on her face, and then she slowly walks towards Az.
And you watch as he looks at his hand, and then he runs to you. Let me help you. Let me. There's blood everywhere.
No, but most of it's done. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm really okay. It's.
Let me. I mean, I imagine you're still low.
Not terribly. Like 40 points.
Okay. Well, still, you watch. He starts to fuss over you, and like,
Yeah.
I mean, you were. Pulls open. I mean, your side. It's a Morningstar. It's ripped
Yeah.
up. Your clothes are kind of ripped up there. He's looking
There's
through
blood
at the
everywhere.
bruising and the blood, and there's some puncture
Yeah, I
marks
know.
still there.
Yes, it's all, and she's just kind of like, okay, this is still very strange.
And so he is going to go ahead and he's going to do a master level cure wounds. Retreat. Actually, he'll do. I'll do an expert level. And actually, I'm gonna take my mask and put it on before I start working on you.
Okay.
Which means I get to re-roll those d8s to if I want to. Okay, so it's a 12 plus 20, 32. Yeah, I succeed at that. So let me go ahead and heal you up. So I do 2d8 plus 10 hit points.
Wow.
I believe. Let me double check. DC. Yes. Okay, yeah, plus 10. Back to my roller here. All right, so 2d8. Okay, and I get to roll them twice and take the higher. Okay, so yeah, I've got a 3 and a 6, so 9 plus 10, 19 points of healing to you from just medicine, from him wrapping your wounds and stuff like that. I'll look more at those later.
Yes, no, this is great. Thank you.
And
Are
he
you
looks-
all right?
Yeah,
you-
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
I was ouch. He reaches down, he kind of flexes his ankle a little bit. It's like, that trap hurt.
Yeah, I honestly, I am surprised that happened, to be totally honest.
She was waiting for us.
I know.
She had this planned.
It's good. And is the civilian still here, or did
They've-
she run off?
She's hiding behind the well.
I'm gonna
She's
kind of lean over a little bit so that I can see her and be like, "Are you all right? Do you need?"
She kind of backs away and kind of slides.
Would you like to be healed? Because I
And
know
you-
you got hurt.
You look down and you see her leg, and it is broken. Like where the things grabbed her, they wrenched her leg.
Right. Okay, darling.
I've got this.
Are you-
I'm a
Okay.
doctor. He walks up. I'm a doctor, and he's gonna attempt to make an impression, and just kind of talk her down. That's only a 5.
Oh dear. He's
I
very
think
frazzled.
I'm going to use my hero point.
Oh! The hero points are out to play.
Okay, that's way better. Yeah, that's a 34.
All right.
Which
then.
I can actually change the music.
I don't know. This is a very intense healing. This is like
So he kind of talks through. I'm a doctor. I can take care of this. And he kind of just starts to do that kind of normal doctors talking you
bedside
down.
manner
Manner thing. And then he will go ahead and do some.
Can I would like
normal
to send
healing.
I would like to send Bruce over to kind of be like a pillow almost for her, like to kind of be there to like be supportive and helpful to.
And you notice as he walks up, she kind of pushes him away and then starts sneezing.
Oh, never mind. Bruce, darling,
Must switch cameras.
bring him back to her.
So Az will do some basic medicine on her. He sets the leg and wraps it, and he pulls out some. You had some sticks that you were throwing.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, well, kind of dropped them.
Could you get some sticks? To
Yes.
splint.
Yes, I'll go gather sticks.
So he'll splint and he'll wrap it and he'll get her all set up. You watch as a little girl runs from one of the nearby buildings where it looks like she was hiding. And yells "Mama" as she runs over and jumps on this woman, tears in her eyes. There are a bunch. You notice a couple other just townsfolk starting to come out and look around. And there on the ground is the body of the Hell Knight.
What do you suppose we should do with that? And the other 2
Oh.
that are now here. Should we
Yes.
check to see if they're a part of the Night Watch? Because I don't want that coming to bite us in the butt like it did
yeah.
last time.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so give
I
me.
do like an investigation
There's
or
no
a
investigation,
perception. Oh, jeez. 20.
All right.
Friggin' suck.
And Az will also check. You don't think so? I mean, you can't really tell. They don't. One thing you do see, they look like normal thugs, not professionals. Like, these are some guys that she went to a bar and said, "Who wants some coin?" Found the roughest guy there, and he was willing to have some coin to bust some heads.
Yeah. Okay.
And you killed them faster than they could run away.
That makes sense. Okay.
What do you want to do with the Hell Knight?
Well, we probably should send for the guard because this is going to get back to them anyway. So we send for the guard and have them.
As you say this, you start to hear the whistle and blow of a whistle as a couple of people ride up on horses in town guard livery. Stop! What? Hold that!
Wait! No! We took care of the problem.
You watch as one guard turns to the other. So this is the ones that are in the okay. And he's like, "Oh, yes. What happened?"
We were attacked. We solved the problem. Oh, thank you,
Uber Geek Media.
Uber Geek Media.
Oh, you just missed some good combat.
You just missed us kicking the trash out of a Hell Knight and her thugs.
Always fun.
So but we took care of it.
We're about to loot the body.
Are we actually looting the body?
Up to you.
We took care of it. We know why she was here. We've taken care of that. We helped this woman who was injured, and we're good. Everything's fine. We just need someone to help us with the body itself. I would like to just check and see if she had any further instruction, because we believe she was sent from an adversary.
From who? An adversary?
Yes. of ours.
So they were here for you.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
She's been watching the trial.
I've been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial that ended today. But technically, yes.
Az puts his hand on your shoulder, walks up to them. Good sirs, we are fairly certain this Hell Knight was sent illegally to try and recoup freed slaves and take them back to Cheliax, which we all know, according to the treaty, is illegal for them to do. So they attacked us. I am known as being from Cheliax. I imagine that...
and I was a former Hell Knight, so like that's a whole thing.
Kind of. So, would you please get Captain Rogers so we can address this with him?
Yes. Yes. Wait. Yes.
These others, we believe, were in league.
They attacked us
and
as well with her, so they got taken care of.
And I'm sure that I'm hoping that Captain Rogers might be able to gather information on who they were.
Yes, exactly.
He looks at you kind of like, who they were.
Yeah, yes. That is, identification is very important because we need to notify next of kin.
So if we could please clear the crime scene. I don't want anyone messing with the evidence.
Exactly.
Call CSI.
I know, and Hannah's just kind of like, wait, I was with you until about 3 seconds ago, and now I don't get it.
They kind of, get off their, one of them gets off the horses, kind of starts telling the townspeople.
Jeshik and Seasonal Bard.
Oh,
Good to
Seasonal
see you
Bard.
guys. Good to see you guys.
He kind of tells people, the people, please stay away. We're dealing with the situation.
They create a
Everything's
perimeter.
fine. Yeah, kind of creating perimeter there. Flashing lights, put up some barricades.
Anna
They've
is
got to
going
put up
to-
the yellow tape.
Yes,
around
they do
it.
have to put up the medieval version of yellow tape.
It's some hay that they throw down on the ground.
It's just to sop up the blood.
Yes.
Anna does want to kind of check out the Hell Knight's body. See if there are any instructions from like who
All right.
called in or anything like
Roll a perception check.
that. Okay.
See if you can perceive.
This is good. This is 17 and my perception is a 16.
Okay, so 33.
33.
So, a couple of things that you find. She does have a +1 striking Morningstar.
Okay. Taking that.
And a +1 striking crossbow. So it's a crossbow.
Do you want that as?
I don't really use that, but you could use something that has distance.
Do you want the Morning Star then? I can't. I already have a bastard sword. My greater, my
We can sell
great
it.
sword. My.
We can sell these things. Yeah. Do you know
I
money
don't
does not grow on
mind.
trees? He starts grabbing the items and putting them into his bag of holding. Like, money doesn't grow on trees, Anna. Yes, I was given an inheritance, but we can't live off my inheritance
didn't-
forever.
I have my own money. I don't necessarily need you to take care of me.
Then you want it too. We can sell this. We need to buy equipment, remember?
I know we do. This is a good weapon. I thought you might like to have a weapon.
You watch as he grabs the Morningstar and then kind of like, oh.
Okay, maybe we need to work on some things before you can wield the weapon. But
You know, I have no desire to swing this thing. No.
all right, fine.
So, but then of course, they've got the Hell Knight plate. And then there is a lesser healing potion.
I'm gonna take the lesser healing potions. There's nothing from anyone anywhere. There's no notifications, no information, no letters, no. I desperately need your body kind of things. I don't know, she could have a lover. You never know.
No. There's not. Ooh, villain point from Seasonal Bar. You should have been here like 10 minutes ago.
You should have been here.
For the fight, that would have been really useful.
Seriously, we had a super fun fight, and like we got to use our physical terrain again and stuff. It was very.
But here, let's switch cameras real quick.
Watch the VOD. You will enjoy. See, look at this beautifulfulness. Oh, that I'm about to knock over.
Don't knock it over.
It was so much fun. Anyway, watch the VOD. You'll enjoy it. I was busy getting eaten by a frog.
That's wonderful.
Well, okay, fine then. Priorities and stuff.
Yeah, no notes.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll just wait for the captain until he gets here.
You hang around for just a little bit, and then Rogers does, show up soon.
Just
Get down, comes over to you. What's this? Like, what? Kicks the Hell Knight and says, why is there another one in my city?
There's not... Excuse me? There's nothing wrong with the one that's right in front of you.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the last one. Remember, summoned that globe of darkness and those things in my barracks?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was really bad.
Well, at least this one's... Is this one fully dead?
She is dead.
Good.
Completely, absolutely dead. D-E-D, dead.
Might want to work on your grammar there.
If you know the movie quote, drop it in the chat. Right, okay. Right. So...
And then he looks over at the other bodies. What are these ones?
Oh, these were thugs that she apparently hired for 2 gold.
He goes down, takes a look at... these are just normal. These are just some... Oh, not... That's Larry. We caught him in he's been in the drunk tank all the time, and just ruffian and...
Is he from other...
No.
Unscrupulous? No. Okay, perfect.
No.
That's literally the only reason that we're still here. I wanted to know if that was the case.
No, these guys couldn't get into that.
Oh dear.
They're
Okay.
These are the type of bruisers you get when you want to rough someone up a little bit, or maybe hire as a bouncer.
Huh. All right.
Like, that's about it.
Okay, well, the large issue was this Hell Knight, who apparently was sent after... Do you realize that this is like number 3?
Oh, yes, I am very well aware of that.
This is like the 3rd time, isn't it?
This is the second. It is the second. There were twice with this exact one.
Oh, that's right. But we've had 3 attacks. We need to take care of that problem.
Well,
are they being sent by Cuthwaldwin, or are they being sent by Titus?
They're coming for me, and these are order of the chain. They go for escaped slaves.
Yes, but do you
this
think
is Titus. I do not think...
So if we killed Titus, and then I'm going to look up at Captain Rogers and like the other guards that are around, I'm like, we are going to go home now.
I was like wondering, how loud did you say that?
If you need anything, please let us know. You know where we live. You know where we sleep. Just let us know if you need us. Right?
Okay.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you.
Well, we'll clean this up.
Thank you, Captain Rogers. And I do apologize. We don't mean to bring trouble. It just follows us.
Yeah, I've noticed that. At least you clean it up.
We try. Someday you should pop by and we can tell you the story of the Boneyard and the Golden Dragons.
At this point with you guys, I don't even want to know.
It's a good story. You would enjoy it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Bye. Just gonna be like, Bruce, come, and then start walking away.
All right. So you head home. I don't think you prepared any idea of what you would want to craft over the next week or so.
No, she's just helping.
Okay.
So it's whatever Az wants.
Whatever Az wants to.
Whatever Az
All right. So he'll work. There are a couple of things he'll work on his
'Cause
staff and things like that.
I did use my hero point, but I will get another one eventually, and I will use it for holding of the things.
Yes. So to make things simple, I'm gonna look at what we can craft over that time.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that later. But Is there anything else that you specifically would want to do over the next week before it'd be time to head south?
If there's any way to do it, I would like to possibly check in with any of our contacts about Sia.
Okay.
See if there's any news. I'm assuming since we haven't heard anything that there's no news.
So Az can now use sending to send something to anyone on the planet. So one night Az will use sending to reach out to Farmer Magdalene.
Yes, Farmer Magdalene. She was the one that was...
And she will respond, I do have information. I'll talk when I see you south.
Wait, so she's going south?
That's all she said.
We'll talk when I see you south. That has to mean that she's going south, right?
I would imagine so. The Bellflower Network would be a good use for spies.
That's true, but do you really think the Domino has, tapped that resource?
She already had a positive interaction, a positive history with the Bellflower.
The Bellflower, yes. No, I remember. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see her south then, and we'll have
So apparently she does know something.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? I mean, this is your sister you've been looking for a long time.
I know, last time I saw her, I was 10. Basically, my entire growing up, we were inseparable. I was her protector. I was her
What's the
everything.
age difference between you?
She's only 2 years younger than I am.
Does she look like you?
No, she's not a tiefling. I did fairly well hiding it for years. My mother and father felt like it would be better if I learned how to hide. And I'm very blessed in the idea that I have very small horns. It's very easy for me to hide.
You don't look like Zagorul.
No, I don't look like Zagrul. So it is easy. It was easier for me to hide, and my skin is only a different shade, in direct sunlight, and
Yeah.
so it was easier for me to hide. But eventually, people found out, and then very shortly after that, I was dedicated to Phrasma. So, I protected her as much as I could. She was my only companion, really.
Mm.
When you grow up in a very small town and you're different, no matter what kind of different, it's hard. So
I unfortunately don't have no idea. I've been in the city, always in the cities.
yes, well, the city brings its own level of persecution,
Yeah.
and
issues. Yeah.
it's true. No, she was. After she and I were taken, I was sent to the convent, and she was taken somewhere. I never heard of her from her again, but the looking never stopped.
Well, maybe in a week we'll know.
Yes.
Well, it'll take a while to get down there. Couple
Yes,
of weeks.
it'll take some time, but it's encouraging. It's a little weird.
Been so long without contact.
Well,
Suddenly have the idea of seeing again.
Well, Farmer Magdalene said that she had news, not that we'd see her again. that she had news. I mean, that news could be that she died.
That is possible. I don't think that if it was she died, that she would wait to tell us in person. Like, make us wait.
No, you're probably right. No, you're probably right. It's just it's I don't know. I'll probably have to sleep on it to actually know how I feel about it. Because there's guilt as well, and having to face her again, and knowing that... I mean, I know logically, I understand I was 10 years old, I couldn't do anything to stop it, but, you know, I still felt like I somehow let her down.
Should have done something?
Yes. I should have fought harder, or done more, or...
You know, I was raised by a halfling woman.
Yes, you'd mentioned that before.
Her name was Kaya. And when I was 10, 12 years old, they sold her as a breeder.
I'm sorry.
And at this point, I had already made the contact with the Bellflower Network. I was already beginning my training. And I felt like I should have done something to get her out.
How old were you?
12? 11? There was nothing I could have done. And I know that. But I understand. When we are young, we can do so little, yet feel we should do so much.
Yes. I was always so angry. I was angry for years about what happened. And I still am in many ways, and I think if I ever saw the individuals responsible for burning down our home and creating the situation that my sister and I found ourselves in, I don't know if I'd be able to be generous. I probably wouldn't. Especially with the set of skills that I have now. I don't know if I'd be able to hold back, but I felt... I don't know, it's like you don't let it go. No matter how far away I've gotten from it, there are times that it hits you and it's like it happened yesterday. And then other times where it's like you realize you've forgotten for just a short period of time, and then you feel slightly guilty. I don't know.
Go get some sleep. If you need, you do have the Dreamstone.
I do, that's true. I've forgotten about
It's supposed
that.
to help you sleep.
Maybe I'll pull that out and use it for the first time ever. Thank you for healing me.
Of course.
And kissing my wounds all better and whatnot.
At you saying that, when you say the word kissing, he kind of freezes a little bit.
She's completely oblivious.
Yeah.
She's just like...
He kind of freezes a little bit. Yes. Yes, of course. Well, we should clean that. And he kind of notices the side of you that's kind of still got blood all over the clothing and stuff like that.
I will have Pin draw a bath. And we can...
I will fix the clothes.
I don't think you need... I have clothing. It's okay.
I'm sure we can buy more.
I can just throw these out. It's all right.
Apparently we need to tell Sir Michaels that we need another pair of clothing.
You know, I wouldn't want to bother Sir Michael with that. This is just a simple... We can just go to the market and I can get a pair of breeches and a tunic. It's fine.
Okay, well, yeah, go and...
Right. Well, good night then.
Yeah, da.
You kind of pull Bruce into the room and you can hear her kind of just talking as the door shuts to Bruce.
Okay. You have an eventful evening, as does a lot of reading. Mm-hmm. It's like that.
Anna takes a bath, a fully submerged bath.
I doubt your house has a...
Yes, it does.
It does? Okay.
It has a bath.
This
is the home of a gold dragon. Do you really think she would not have an incredible bath?
As actually as you says, you know, if you wanted, we do have the back area. It's fairly large.
You're going to do the hot tub. Can you do the hot tub? Can we do the hot tub?
As will cast and create the healing spring. It creates a hot spring in the back of the house.
Yes.
For Anna to sit in.
And she just gets in, just like.
I'm gonna ask a question. What does Anna get in?
She is going to be in a tunic.
Okay.
Thing.
Like she got like the towel wraparounds like that. She's got the
She's got the tunic on and whatever. Like she's not going in unclothed. You remember how much she didn't do that last time?
Yep.
She's not doing it now. She gets in just going.
All right.
She's very happy.
We're gonna say you do that. That becomes a fairly regular thing in the evenings.
So we go out to the hot tub in the backyard.
As cast the soothing spring in the backyard each night, soak in the hot spring before bed.
I like it. Well, and doesn't it heal?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah.
So it's she's like all healed up at this point then too.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, oh, I feel so much better. It's like getting a massage.
So
Turn on the jets.
there, you guys craft some things, you do some stuff, read some books, hold some things up. And the week passes.
Okay.
And you do have delivered to your house by a servant a leather riding outfit. Now, here's my question, though. Would Anna ride with her armor on, or is she riding with an outfit on?
Well,
what was the
we had kind of discussed how they're not riding with the military, they're riding with the gentry. And so she kind of wanted a dress that was going to work as a riding dress as well as have like breeches and stuff. That's why she wanted an A-line cut.
Okay.
So that her legs were free and she wasn't going to like trip over her dress while she was trying to, if she needed to run or whatever. So she's not going to ride side saddle. It's going to be normal riding.
Okay, so what he makes, so it does have a bit of a frilly shirt and things like that.
Hi, Pukasaurus Rex. I absolutely love your screen name.
But it also has a bit of a leather vest. And
what color is it?
A brown. It's very much
brown.
meant,
Okay.
They're more earth tones. There's going to be dust on the road, and so the idea is that these are more of those earth tones to hide the dust of the road.
It's gonna look great against her flaming red hair and slightly lavender colored skin.
They'll look awesome.
It's gonna be great.
So a bit of almost like an old west ladies type thing that they'd have in the movies. It's like that.
Okay. Lindsay Sterling clothing.
Sure, something like that.
Yes.
Something like that.
All right.
Yeah, so you get that stuff. Az is, of course, already has his because it's just what he wears. Anyways, it's like, it's a coat. We already know what it looks like. You do notice, however, that there are also shoes delivered with it. And
are they boots?
They are. They come up.
Oh, dear heaven.
High. They do have a bit of a heel, but it's a thick one. It's
chunk
not like,
heel?
Yeah, it's a chunk heel.
Okay. Like an inch? Or like more than that?
Little more than that.
Okay.
But you see them, they kind of cut in the front. These are a bit more like a cowboy boot.
How high do they go up?
They go about to mid-calf.
Okay.
They're not going all the way up because, again, you did get an A-line skirt. So there's a skirt there. So he doesn't have to go all the way up to the knee or something like that. But they're very fashionable, made of a very soft leather.
So does she have... I know now we're talking about clothing and this is like super exciting. Are these full-length breeches then that go down to the ankle?
Yes.
Okay, so she doesn't have any of her leg exposed because the A-line starts at her knees.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay.
Yep, that's what you had requested.
All right. I don't know about the shoes. We'll see if they actually work.
You do notice when you put them on, they're very comfy inside.
Oh, stop it. I don't want these to be comfortable because they look weird. Fine. I will try them.
All right. So you've got that to wear. The day comes when things are supposed to happen. You're sent word that everyone is going to be gathering to leave. The army and the gentry from the Green District from the Silver Gate.
Right, so we have to like actually get all packed up and stuff though.
Yep.
So we should probably do that.
Well,
is it all going to be in Az's bag of holding? That makes most sense.
Well, you've got a bag of holding too.
I know, but
so between both of you, you stuff your stuff in your bag of holding.
Yeah, we've got everything we need. Gonna go to Own, and just kind of explain to her this is what's going on. I don't know when we're going to be back. But we will be back. There is out of what I left previously, was there anything left over from the last time we left?
Oh, yes.
Okay. We'll just continue to take your wages from that.
Oh yes.
And
of course.
If you need anything for the house or anything like that, please feel free to whatever. And I guess I don't know where you all stay when... Well,
oh, don't worry. We have a place nearby.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if we're not here, you can feel free to, like, use this home for your own when we're not here.
Okay. House sitting is a little extra.
Oh.
But you've left plenty.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was house sitting.
Well, do you want us to stay or just...
No, it was just if you want to use the home. I'm just saying, like, we're not going to be here. So if for any reason that you would like to, you're more than welcome. I feel like I'm making a fool of myself. So...
I think you're overcomplicating this a little.
I'm not...
Az kind of walks up and just kind of like, don't worry, we'll be back. You have the money, and we will see you when we return. Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
It's okay, dearie. You just get kind of flustered when it comes to the money stuff.
It's fine. All right. That's all.
All right, so you get...
Now make sure Bruce has enough food. I go to the market and make sure I get lots of jerky. I get like 15 pounds of jerky.
All right.
And then get like a whole ton of dry dog food, and I put it in my bag of holding.
There is a limit to what the bag of holding.
I know my bag of holding can hold how much? Az's can hold 500 pounds.
Is that how much?
Yes.
Okay.
How much can mine?
It's got to be around the same thing because I gave you the same one.
I got the same one. Okay.
All right,
so then So I've got the jerky and I've got the dog food.
Half of your bag of holding.
The dragged dog food is I'm going to do 2 bags of dried dog food. So there's 100 pounds of dried dog food in the bag.
They had dried dog food in
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And it's all going in my bag of holding.
There you go.
And I throw a piece of jerky at him.
There you go.
And he loves it.
Wonderful.
It's salmon jerky. It's all fish jerky.
It wouldn't be salmon. It'd be a saltwater fish.
You never know. It could come from
We're on the coast. We're on the coast. No. Nope, can't. It's tuna.
It's tuna jerky?
Tuna jerky.
Tuna jerky would be so gross.
It's for a
What
dog.
about tilapia?
Okay, fine. You can have some.
Tilapia?
We'll let you upgrade to tilapia.
Okay, tilapia. Halibut?
Okay, that'll cost you about 10 gold.
Okay, that's fine. I have that money. I just gotta find where I keep track of it.
All right.
Where do I keep track of my
I
gold?
don't know if you've been keeping track of your
No,
gold.
I haven't. There it is. It's in gear. Yes, I have 1,047 gold.
There you go.
So that was 10 gold?
No, you have 1,037 gold.
Okay. Just... There. Oh, shoot. Why didn't it update? Oh, because I have to hit set. Okay, that's why. Okay. Then we are ready. We are off to save the day.
All right. You head through Kintargo. You know the area. You know where to go. Heading to the Green District. And as you start getting closer, you can hear the sounds of a lot of people.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
I remember what the full military marches were. I just saw your comment, Dooms of Awe. Now I don't know which party we're talking about.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I mean, Anna's gone on the longer military trips and stuff like that from being a Hell Knight, so she this is familiar.
Yep. You head off. So you head into the. It is packed with people. There are. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, it was almost a 20, but instead it was an 8. That is 22.
22.
Wait. 24.
There's a lot of people here.
There's a ton of people. Az, do you
wow.
see how many people are here?
John, there's many people. Lots of people.
Are we on horseback at this point?
No, you walked.
Do we get a horse? I am not walking all the way to Teliax. No.
The stables are right there. You're in the Green District.
I am going to the stables to get my horse.
All right, you go there. You recognize the same horse, the guy who's run the stables in the past. Yes, what can I do for you?
Darling, I need a horse.
Yes. I remember you both from before. I think I have the same horses. Here we are.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm going to go over to my horse.
Are you going with the...
Yes, we are.
Then they will be free.
Are you sure?
You are going south with the army.
So I have a question for you then.
Yes.
Do you happen to have a horse of the war variety? I feel like my accent has changed.
It has.
I don't know why.
You're wanting a war horse.
Yes.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Okay. All right.
What are you wearing, by the way?
I'm wearing my dress. That's an 18. So, and my diplomacy is 15. So that is a 30 something.
He looks you up and down. He's like, you sure?
Yes, dear.
What is your experience?
I have my dress on, but I also have my sword. Like my great sword is hanging out.
How tall is Anna?
She's 5'9".
5'9", in a dress. And she says, I would like a war stallion.
Yes.
What is your experience in riding?
I have been trained in the military with the Hell Knights. We get trained in everything.
One moment.
If you make me do a nature check or something, I'm going to hit you.
He does. He brings over a large stallion. This is a big one. And he's like, I would like to see how it reacts to you.
Jeez.
Animal handling.
You suck. There is no animal handling.
Then it's
nature.
is it nature?
Animal handling is D&D.
Okay. Then yeah, it's a nature check. Yeah, command an animal is nature check.
Come on, baby, please. Oh. It's a 5. It's a 5. Oh, man.
This horse comes down and you kind of put your hands up and he goes to bite your fingers.
This is not a very well-trained horse.
Roll a reflex.
That's a 25.
Okay, you manage to pull your hand back before he's like, just for a warhorse. It is trained to bite, it is trained to kick, it is trained to...
The enemy!
It does not know you.
That
he has no idea who you are.
that is a very untrained horse.
He kind of puts his hand up on it, rubs the side of its head. It nuzzles him a little bit. It's like
Untrained.
this is a warhorse. If
I
you
just
do not
figured
want
that
one-
since we were going to war, I should have a war horse. But apparently your war horses are fiends. Which I also have.
Which is why they do well on the battlefield.
Thing. Fine, I will take the other horse then. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Of course. So you take yours. I do want you roll me one more perception check here.
Oh, that's cocked. That's natural 1. I see nothing.
There's people. You
A lot
see
of people.
lots of people.
There's lots of people. I go find Sir Michael for 5 seconds.
So, as you notice that there are people here, it's very surprising. You notice that most aren't mounted.
Okay.
There's probably 1,000 people here.
Why are there so many people?
There's the soldiers. There are tons of soldiers. You do also,
I thought we were like they were sending like 10,000 soldiers.
as it notices, first off, 10,000 soldiers actually. The size that would literally empty half the city. You can't do that.
Okay.
So there are, just from being around, it takes you quite a while to notice this, but you see there's a big areas with the rank and file soldiers, and then off to each side you can see the banners, colored banners among certain groups with different colors.
These are the different houses.
Yes, and you would recognize these as the different houses, their livery and stuff like that. And then there's the rank and file soldiers. So all of these are going south. So it's not like the gentry are just going...
They're going south, but they're going out the Silver Gate?
Because it comes out and around. If you...
Oh, that's true. It goes
them out.
around the
Yep.
thing. Yep. Okay. Got it.
So everyone is there. So this is not just gentry going. It is everyone going south in a big mass.
I think we should go find Sir Michael.
All right. You haven't been able to find him, so let's give you another chance to
I'm just
try
going
and
to
see
look
if you
at
can find
Bruce
him.
and say, Bruce, darling, go find Sir Michael.
Okay. We're going to then do a survival check for Bruce. Because he's using a sniffer.
And that's a 19.
Okay. 19 plus 17. So that is a 36. He starts... Oh, this way.
All right, we'll just follow Bruce on our swords. Swords? Horses. Apparently, I'm very tired.
Yes. He sniffs his way through and does find a area where you see the carriage of Michael. You also notice a couple of the servants that are dressed to travel as well. They do have some horses. He's got his carriage. You do notice that sitting up in the carriage is Ulfric.
Just kind of smile and say, hello, Sir Ulfric.
Oh, hey, hi.
Hi.
Been a while.
It has been. It's been a few...
Haven't seen you around.
No, we've been fairly busy. I believe on the journey south, we'll have time to regale you with the stories of what we've been up to.
Well, I hope so. And then you, Michael, suddenly the carriage door opens and Michael's like, I heard you. Good to see you. It looks wonderful.
It does look wonderful. Thank you.
You've got
It's
a
very comfortable.
Very stunning figure.
Thank you.
Now, are you going to stay with us?
We'll be traveling with you, of course, but I think Az and I have certain accommodations that we already have. And I look at Az and I'm like, your pop-up tent, Karen.
Yeah, that would work.
Yep. So we will be staying,
Traveling with.
traveling, but yes.
Well, wonderful. And then as you're doing this, as you're talking, suddenly you see a figure that you recognize riding up with a couple of retainers on either side in green livery that you would know as House Haltero. And Dominic,
It's Dominic.
rides up and coming up to Michael's. Yes, Sir Michael, do you have everything that Domina needs? And he's like, yes, we have everything. We have dresses. We have all of the accoutrements that she has requested. Well, good. You know how she likes to make an impression. Yes, I do. And he looks over at you and asks, you ready for the... Now, I don't think we ever established who you... The army will be traveling south. It's going to take them a while to get there.
Yes.
Of course, Sir Michael is going to travel with the main body. I will be going ahead with an advanced group, riding quick.
Oh, okay.
To meet the donut. We never established which group you wanted to travel with.
We did not.
I don't know how well you are on a horse. We're going to be riding quick.
I am all right on a horse. I mean, I know how to ride.
So yeah, you're welcome. You see, roll me a perception check.
Jeez, what is with me and that number 5? 21.
So, yeah, he's just like, you're welcome if you want to come ahead. I know that there's information that you have and insight you have that Domina wants. So you're welcome if you want to come with the advanced group, or you can stay with the main army and make your way down there.
Just kind of look over it as, like, what do you want to do?
As kind of shrugs back. I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense for us to go with the advancing party. Because it gets us there faster. And the Domina does need us.
This is true, but then we do leave Sir Michael, and we have to spend it with Dominic Haltero.
I don't have a problem with Dominic, you do.
Well, he's had an issue. I didn't.
I don't think he really has an issue, though. Like, he and I discussed it because I asked him about it.
I think we moved past it.
Okay.
I think we moved past it.
Okay. Well, then it's probably fine. Besides, if we're riding hard, it's not like we're going to be sitting and talking to each other the whole time.
True. Okay. Yes, we will go ahead as to arrive as soon as possible.
Yes.
And Dominic will be like, all right, yeah, all I say is keep up.
We can do that.
Awesome. All right. And so he rides off then.
He says awesome.
I said awesome. Yeah. Lost the... Well, see you then. Stay close. And he rides off towards the front of the army, towards the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna follow?
Yes.
All right, you follow up.
We will follow.
Sir Michael does yell out, I guess we will not see you then.
No, well, before we actually leave, I'm going to say goodbye to Sir Michael and Just tell him, like, we will meet you there. We are going to go ahead and tell him all of the things. And I'm going to give him and be like, thank you so much for the dress. I will see you when we all arrive.
All right. You then can find your way. I mean, they've got the banners and stuff like that. So finding your way back to him is not difficult.
No.
And so you find your way up to where House Holtero has their individuals. What? Yep. And getting ready to leave. And then up at the front, there is a kind of a makeshift stage. Mm-hmm. And standing on top of the stage, you recognize General Ulrich von Sorensen, who you've met multiple times. And when Dominic gets up and kind of recognizes, he sees him, nod that he's ready, you hear suddenly the horns blow to get everyone's attention. And then General Sorensen stands at attention, begins to yell out to the group. When our fathers stood against the Chilaxians, they had no such resources as we have now. Indeed, they abandoned even what they had. And then it was by wisdom rather than good fortune, by daring rather than material power, that they drove back the Infernal Empire and made our city what it is today. We must live up to the standard they set. We must resist our enemies in any and every way, and try to leave those who come after us a revenue that is greater and as free as ever. Head out, my men. We will triumph. And you hear a cheer go up from the men. And the gates pulled open, and the general stands there and salutes to Dominic, and to he begins the procession out through the gate.
Yeah, lean over to Az really quick and say, do you really think that was as rousing as he thinks it was?
It was okay.
All right. And then we follow forth.
There we go. And you begin to go out the gate to head south. So you're going to be traveling with Dominic's advanced party.
Okay.
This does mean every day you will have to do animal handle nature checks to see if you can keep your mounts up with his.
So can I take a different feat, like right now?
Nope, you can't right now. So
it'll be fine.
You will travel south with him. It's going to take generally the entire army. It's going to take 3 weeks. For your advanced party, it'll take a week and a half.
Yeah,
You'll get there in half the time.
That's closer to what I was expecting.
All right, so we are going to end there tonight at the beginning of the travel southward to the war front.
I did not think we were going to get there this fast.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Get things moving. All right.
We're going to war.
That we are.
War. This is exciting.
Yeah, go to war. Want to step
Be a man.
All right, thank you so very much for being here.
Sorry, that was super random. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight while we played some Pathfinder and we killed some things and had some emotional moments.
That we did.
And we finally have figured out our camera situation for our terrain, which is very exciting. So those of you who missed the beginning, go catch the VOD. As soon as this live is done, you can go back and watch the action. It was very exciting.
It was. We will not be doing our Tabletop Terrain Talks on Monday since it is a holiday. And
go enjoy it with your
family. We're going to be enjoying it with our family.
Yep, we're going to be doing some stuff with our family, so it's going to be fun. And happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy doing whatever you're doing, and do take a moment on Memorial Day to think of those who have died and sacrificed their lives for America, for the country that we live in. I know that we will be having a moment for my grandfather and for other family members of ours, both of ours, that have died.
Yep.
So anyway.
So thank
On
you very
that
much.
pleasant note.
So so we won't have it on Monday, but so we'll be back here next Friday, same time, to see what happens as we travel southward.
And see if Anna just totally screws the pooch.
Yes, we will. Thank you so very much. And remember, it
It only takes two. Good night, you guys. Mwah.